Cubs Radio pregame show driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. It is time now for the Inside Pitch, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. What makes us better makes you better. We say hello, as we always do, to Score Baseball insider Bruce Levine. And Bruce, a reunion at Wrigley this afternoon.
Yeah, yes, you're right about that, Zach. Jameson Taillon returns today after 4 years with the Cubs, and his release 10 days ago. Taillon signed with Toronto. I asked the affable pitcher what he believed was the most special about playing at historic Wrigley Field.
I think what makes Wrigley special is you have this great city that loves baseball. You have such a storied franchise and such a historic ballpark. Like, it all adds up. I think the day games here are one of the most special things in all of sports. Maybe the most. Like, a Friday day game at Wrigley is as special as it gets.
Taillon did question his own ability after so many poor outings.
It was just a weird year, man. Like, I didn't think the stuff was that far down. I thought the command was lacking. I think a lot of that was mental. And, you know, every ball's hit for a home run. You get a little tentative to pitch, you know, confidently in the strike zone. And then you start getting in bad counts and it kind of snowballs. But, you know, like coming over here, getting a few different drills and delivery things. I think I threw my 7 hardest pitches of the year yesterday. And a lot of my stuff was up. So, again, like, it wasn't changing with the Cubs, and it's not for a lack of trying. I know the coaches and strengths, like, everyone was putting in their hard work. I was putting in my hard work. Nothing was changing. And, you know, just to get a different look and a fresh perspective can be good.
Zach, the impact Taillon made as a Cub pitcher was solid. However, the quality person Taillon is and the myriad of friends he made will long transcend his won and loss record.
Yeah, well said. I think a lot of his former teammates rooting him on with the Blue Jays now. The Cubs strongly encourage the use of all public transportation, especially CTA buses and trains when traveling to Wrigley Field for all games. Cubs offer a free bike valet service located by the Addison Red Line station. For details, visit Cubs.com/transportation. Bruce, thanks. Coming up, the Cubs make a move. That's next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
At Farmers, we tell it to you straight. No lies, loopholes, or even baseball analogies.
Yep, no sports talk, just your bases covered.
At least we'll try to avoid the sports analogies. Like with coverage on the page. We use plain language so you know what's covered and what's not.
Yep, exactly. We'll keep our eye on the ball.
Painful. It's like you're not even trying.
We took a swing, but we really missed up.
Stop.
You have Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year. Guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
If you're a commercial contractor, you know the game. Service work projects, crew tracking, cash flow, margins, and more. Here's the problem. You're running your business with disjointed systems that just aren't cutting it. If that's the case, I need to tell you about Service Type.
Out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
All Cubs triples and saves are sponsored by Northern Illinois Food Bank. Help close the door on hunger. Visit solvehungertoday.org. Cubs home versus Toronto. This is the Cubs radio pregame show driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. Time now to check on who's hot and cold, sponsored by Plumbers 911. Plumbing emergency, call 1-833-PLUM-911. Local 130 plumbers get the job done right the first time. Pete Crow Armstrong is batting .346 over his last 7 games, 9 for 26 with 2 homers, 6 RBIs, and 7 runs scored. The cold Ian Happ, 2 for 20 over his last 7 games, a 100 batting average, no home runs. The Cubs have called up left-hander Braxton Garrett, one of the guys acquired at the deadline. Garrett comes from Miami. Right-hander Tyler Ferguson has been optioned to Iowa. Coming up, Kevin Gausman next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion and giving his family time to get to safety. Byrna less lethal launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds designed to stop threats. Visit Byrna.com. That's B-Y-R-N-A, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
Hey, baseball fans, here's a question. Do you know if your retirement strategy is built to weather market ups and downs? At our local academy, right here in your area, discover educational strategies for protecting and growing retirement assets and creating lasting income. Your future deserves a plan. Text TRADE to 210-210 for a free local class. That's TRADE to 210-210.
Elevate your living space with IKEA. Bringing your dream home to life is closer and easier than ever. Find inspiration as you shop in store or order online with our easy and convenient IKEA pickup points. Ready for a refresh? Book a free appointment with an IKEA planner to design your ultimate dream space. Whether you're upgrading a single room or planning a total remodel, IKEA is right around the corner. IKEA in LA and OC. Dream the possibilities.
The core short from Viore is one pair I keep reaching for. Morning run, afternoon training, watching the game, it doesn't matter. Soft 4-way stretch, built-in liner.
New Cubs pitcher Kevin Gausman has been peppered with many questions since the trade from Toronto. But what hasn't Gausman been asked about just yet?
Oh, man, that's a tough question. I haven't thought about that. Probably like favorite things about Chicago. You know, nobody's really asked me about that. I have always loved coming here. It's funny, actually, my kids always come here. They love the Peninsula Hotel. That's where we stay, so they kind of bougie when you say that. But, yeah, they love it, and we always go to the pier. You know, 2 days ago, I took them to the pier, went on the Ferris wheel, and I've always liked coming here, you know, especially later in the season, early in the season, a little cold, but, you know, I've always thoroughly thought this city is really cool and had some special moments here, you know, throughout the years.
What does it mean that they wanted you here, given the team that they already have and the high hopes that they have going forward?
Yeah, man, it's really exciting. I mean, anytime you can go to a team that's, one, playing well, but two, when you get there, you feel like they really wanted you there. You know, it's exciting and it's really fun to be a part of. And more so, it's just about now going out there and competing and, you know, trying to give this team whatever I got every 5 days.
So we can look at the numbers and that tells a story. But from your perspective, what kind of Kevin Gausman are the Cubs getting right now? Yeah, I mean, I'm probably have the best slider I've ever had right now, so that's good. You know, the split's taking a turn towards the better. It's getting better. You know, it was a little out of whack there for a little bit this season, to be honest. But, you know, I'm a guy I'm going to attack. I'm a two-pitch guy. I'm pretty simple. You know, you look at it, you know what you're going to get. But, you know, my bread and butter is that I'm going to throw strikes and try to go deep in the game and try to give those bullpen guys, you know, every opportunity to have a day off that I can. Every new pitcher that's spoken to us has talked about the guys that are playing behind him here. What stands out to you from what you've seen? Yeah, I mean, man, just a lot. You know, outfielders cover a lot of ground, and infielders as well. You know, I mean, up the middle, you know, it doesn't get much better, and then at the corners really good too. So
you feel pretty confident that, if a guy puts a ball in play pretty weakly, that someone's going to make a play for you. And I mean, as a starting pitcher, that's an amazing feeling because then you're on the attack mode.
Cub fans are very vocal, and they reach out. What have you heard from them in the brief time that you've been here?
Oh man, it's been awesome. The amount of support that we've got already, the excitement, just feeling wanted. A warm welcome to the city. Just a lot of people saying, "Hey, I can't wait to watch you pitch in Wrigley. I can't wait to watch you wear pinstripes." I've never worn pinstripes before in my life.
Ever?
So, never. So this is cool, and they're slimming, so I'll take that.
Well said. Kevin, congratulations. Welcome aboard. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Kevin Gausman, one of the new Cubs who will make his debut on the mound in a Cubs uniform tomorrow night in Kansas City. Fans in Illinois can purchase Cubs Charities 50-50 raffle tickets starting at 10 a.m. through the end of the game at Cubs.com/raffle or from a raffle ambassador at the game through the 8th inning. Coming up, it's the Manager Show with a twist. Next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Alex Bregman. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey baseball McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Whether you're craving a Big Mac, McNuggets, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, make it a meal and save. Your favorite is now your wallet's favorite, too. Extra value meals are back.
Sun rises, prices fall. Get a sausage McMuffin with egg or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Small hot coffee and hash browns for just $6. Price and participation may vary. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The ocean delights us. Some marvel at the colorful world below the surface. The ocean feeds us. Others find nourishment in its bounty. The ocean teaches us how our everyday choices impact even the deepest places. The ocean moves us, whether we're riding a wave or soaking in its breathtaking beauty. The ocean connects us. Find your connection at MontereyBayAquarium.org/connects.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Let's clear the air about hybrids with Kia.
I live in Pasadena, so my Kia Telluride Turbo Hybrid has to do a little of everything. School bags, beach chairs.
It was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, and the lowest prices every day on top brands like Electrolux, Frigidaire, and more. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
Cubs Dodgers at Wrigley Field. It is time now to hear from manager Craig Counsell. Brought to you by Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy. Sip the fruity candy-coated chaos. Subbing for Counsell today is pitching coach Tommy Hotovy, who explained the Cubs bullpen approach by committee to Mully and Haw this morning on 104.3 The Score in Chicago.
What's worked best for us is just putting guys in the best pockets of the lineup and the best chance to be successful. And I think deviating from that, even when you get Danny back, I think could just make things a little bit funky. Now, I think with Danny too, it's important as he's coming back that we also give him some good places to some softer landing spots to be successful. We know Danny can close. We know he can be elite at the back end of the game, but we also saw him dominate as this mid-game fireman in the postseason. So I think we'll be diligent about that. And to your point, I think we'll just be, we won't be settled on like you have to throw the 7th, this guy has to throw the 8th, this guy has to throw the 9th. I think we've had success, doing it a different way.
We know that pitchers are creatures of habit, and everybody has
a way of going about their routine in order to prepare themselves for the game they're pitching. I'm wondering if you have guys that have started out in the bullpen or have a history in the bullpen, does that make it easier for them to shift and change the way they are operating? Or is that something that you don't want to mess with because you're changing routines? In other words, are you more likely to use people out of a bullpen if they have that penchant already, or would you try to discover that from anyone?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. I think it's easier. It's easier to say the guy who has had experience in the bullpen that he can transition a lot better. But that's not the case. It's not easy no matter if you've done it or not done it, because you're completely changing your routine. You're completely changing the days you work out. Your throw days have to change. The best way for me to describe it would be a marathon runner that's training him to do a marathon, then all of a sudden has to join like a 4x100 team and has to sprint. It's still running, still pitching, but you have to change the way you train a little bit.
Pitching coach Hawley and Haw this morning on 104.3 The Score in Chicago. Celebrate the life and legacy of Chicago icon WXRT's Lynn Bramer at Metro's hometown celebration on August 16th. This special memorial event will benefit the Lynn Bramer Scholars Fund with a special performance from the Score's Matt Spiegel and the Lindbergers, as well as appearances from WXRT personalities. Tickets on sale now at metrochicago.com. When we come back, the pick to perform next on The Score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs radio network.
Hey Chicago, this is Carson Kelly. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Hey. At Farmers, we tell it to you straight. No lies, loopholes, or even baseball analogies.
Yep, no sports talk, just your bases covered.
At least we'll try to avoid the sports analogies. Like with coverage on the page, we use plain language so you know what's covered and what's not.
Yep, exactly. We'll keep our eye on the ball.
Painful. It's like you're not even trying.
We took a swing, but we really missed up.
Stop.
You have Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year. Guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks and a member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away.
Success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WEB-NOW1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Cubs hosting Toronto in a makeup game here at Wrigley Field. Who Are You Banking On is sponsored by Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on PCA to keep the hot streak going this afternoon. Now let's pause as we get set for the playing of the Canadian national anthem, followed by our national anthem here in the United States.
Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise. skies, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Kathleen and Wayne Messmer performing the Canadian and U.S. anthems here at Wrigley Field this afternoon. Time now for the pitching matchup, sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. For the Cubs, it's left-hander David Peterson, who's 6-7 this season with a 5+ ERA, but he's made 6 starts with the Cubs since the trade from the Mets. 1 clunker against St. Louis. That's the game he allowed 10 runs in. But the other 5 starts, an ERA of 1.84, including a quality start last time out against the Yankees. Meantime, former Cub farmhand Dylan Cease, hard-throwing right-hander on the hill for the Blue Jays. 7-5, a 2.41 ERA. Listen to this. He went 3-1 in 5 starts in the month of July with an ERA of 1. Repeat, 1 was his ERA in 5 starts in July. Today, his first start in August. It's time for baseball at Wrigley Field. Cubs, Blue Jays, Pat, Ron, next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Rahimi, Harris, and Grody, 10 a.m. to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
Chicago weather is tough.
Bottom of the 9th, game on the line. You wouldn't step up to the plate without a strategy. So why approach retirement without one? Discover strategies to help create income, protect assets, and grow your retirement savings at our free local academy class. Take the time to better understand your options so your retirement can go the distance. Text TRADE to 210-210 for your free seat today.
If you're a commercial contractor, you know the game. Service work projects, crew tracking, cash flow, margins, and more. Here's the problem. You're running your business with disjointed systems that just aren't cutting it. If that's the case, I need to tell you about Service Titan, the only end-to-end platform built specifically for service and construction work. From prospecting and bidding to install, maintenance, retrofits, and everything in between, Service Titan gives you the tools you need to thrive. Learn more at ServiceTitan.com. That's ServiceTitan.com.
The Stratotech tee from Viore is one of those shirts you put on once and immediately get why people love it. It's incredibly soft, stretches with you, dries fast, and still look sharp enough to wear from a workout to the ballpark without missing a beat. It's become my go-to tee for pretty much everything. Head to Vuori.com/MLB for 20% off your first purchase. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.
The ocean moves us, whether that's surfing a wave or taking in an inspiring view. The ocean feeds us, sustaining
with no bet fee.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Let's clear the air about hybrids with Kia.
I live in Pasadena, so my Kia Telluride Turbo Hybrid has to do a little of everything. School bags, beach chairs, a grocery run I swore would be small. And somehow there's still room when my sister texts, I'm landing in Burbank, come pick me up. It seats 7, has over 600 miles of range, and makes the 134 feel a little less like a test of character.
Space, range, flexibility. The Kia Telluride Turbo Hybrid is built for the way LA moves. Find your way forward at Kia.com. Kia, movement that inspires.
I'm Draymond Green, host of the Draymond Green Show, and I'm working with BetterHelp to remind you that we're all better with support. BetterHelp is one of the world's leading online therapy services. Now with insurance options available nationwide and average copays of just $23 per session for eligible members. But cost isn't the only thing holding people back. Many of us weren't taught to manage stress or overwhelm. Therapy gives you tools to keep stress from building. BetterHelp works with more than 125 health plan networks, making it easy to get started with low or no-cost sessions. See why millions of people use BetterHelp at BetterHelp.com/letsbegin. Cost and coverage may vary.
A slight chance for some rain, but nothing that will rain out this ball game. I mentioned it's a makeup game necessitated by a rainout earlier this season. Today they'll make it up. The Cubs and the Blue Jays. Starting pitchers, left-hander David Peterson going for the Cubs. Right-hander Dylan Cease starting for Toronto. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups for today's game. Brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Leading off for Toronto and center field is Miles Straw. Kazuma Okamoto at first base. Alejandro Kirk catching. The cleanup hitter is George Springer, the DH. Nathan Lucas in right. Ernie Clement batting sixth and playing third base. Luis Urias at second base. David Schneider is the Toronto left fielder. And Andres Jimenez batting ninth at short. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back with the Cubs lineup, and then baseball, the Cubs and the Blue Jays, right after this on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Spiegel and Holmes, great Cubs guests and more on your way home, 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Belly fat, man boobs, yuck. Here's one simple thing you can do to transform your body. Take an Almacet protein shake for breakfast. Almacet is a superfood protein shake that will unclog fat from your liver and optimize your metabolism so you can lose weight and feel great. Almacet transforms your metabolic health and is scientifically proven to keep your muscle while you drop the weight and lose the man boobs. Reclaim your health. Visit Almacet.com. That's ALMASED.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Guess who said the following?
This moment is great. I mean, I have to thank God first, you know, my family, my wife, my kids, parents, the organization, the fans.
That's Mariano Rivera after he became the all-time career saves leader. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Cubs have Pete Crow Armstrong leading off in center, Seiya Suzuki the DH batting second, and Michael Busch at first. Now the 1-1 to Straw, line drive, one hop to short, backing up to glove it is Swanson and throws to first to get him. Dansby made a little subtle move backward run to glove it on a more convenient bounce.
Yeah, you get a longer hop for Dansby. And then the other thing, too, is we talk about his footwork all the time. As he catches this ball, the right foot is planted, and he's already able to catch and just throw from the position he was in. Nice play by Dansby.
Kazuma Okamoto, the batter. He'll take ball one. 74 degrees at Wrigley Field. The next offering, there's a strike. Game time temperature sponsored by Four Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. Four Seasons. The 1-1 and the right-handed batting Okamoto takes outside, 2-1. Toronto in last place in the American League East. I put ... after that run, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Here's a pitch outside for a ball. They are starting Dylan Cease, a quality pitcher who actually was the starting pitcher for the American League in the All-Star game. 3-1 pitch is a strike to Okamoto. So even though their team may not be great, he is very special.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt. He's one of the elite pitchers in the game. Great ERA, low twos ERA for Cease. Record just a couple games over 500, but, you know, that's part of the team deal, not him.
Inside to Okamoto, it's a base on balls. Blue Jays get the first base runner with one away in the first. 0-0 game, and the batter is Alejandro Kirk.
But as you talk about Cease, great arm, great fastball, very good slider. His changeup is becoming more and more of a pitch, a dominant pitch for him, and he's using it more.
Kirk hits a bouncing ball into right field, a base hit. Rounding second and holding on is Okamoto. So a walk and a single, and Toronto now threatening in the first with George Springer coming up.
Now this is a planned Kirk, who, you know, we saw in the World Series last year. He knows Peterson is a sinker ball or two-seamer. The whole right side of the diamond open. He didn't waste any time to just serve one the other way and get him a base hit.
Peterson, big left-hander, overall 6-7 for the year, a 5.5 ERA, but pitching very well for the Cubs since being acquired from the Mets. And now Springer, a big swing and a foul at the plate, 0-1. An example of his good pitching, Ron, would be his very last outing.
Yeah.
That was a start against the Yankees earlier on the homestand. 6 2/3 innings, give up one earned run.
One earned run, and you pitch into the seventh. I mean, that was just outstanding. And in command, too. I mean, he really was. Got some good ground balls, and he needed them.
Springer takes outside. Springer, 12 home runs. We were accustomed to seeing this guy bat leadoff. He's hitting cleanup today. Toronto's struggling, though. 7 games below 500. And now the 1-1. Big chop left side. Gloving it is Bregman. Go to second one. Horner to first. Not in time. Cubs might challenge the play at first. The call by Laz Diaz. The inning is either over or it'll be first and third with 2 down. The ball just not hit sharply enough to turn 2, Ron.
Yeah, good play by Bregman. Gets over there, gets it, and gets it off to Nico in good shape. Good pivot, but Springer still runs well, and he beat the throw.
It's a 3-man umpiring crew today. It should be noted. Chris Siegel is the home plate umpire. Laz Diaz working on the bases, and Eric Backus, the other base umpire. And now Lucas, the batter. Nathan Lucas takes low and away. In this spot now, the other umpire is on the infield grass between the mound and second base in front of the shortstop Swanson, and that can be a distraction for an infielder.
Absolutely.
Here comes the pitch on the way, and it's inside for a ball, 2-0.
First inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
It becomes a matter of the umpire looking around and saying, am I in your way?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, not for this batter, you're not, but
Yep.
maybe the next one you will be.
He'll have to check the shortstop, the second baseman, and the center fielder throughout the game.
Curveball, strike 2-1. No reason given why Brian Onora had to be scratched from this umpiring quartet.
Yeah, Brian, a really good umpire. Great guy. He's been around our league a long time.
2 outs, 2 on for Toronto. Pickoff throw at first, not in time.
Yeah, you hope he's okay, that he doesn't have an injury. But Brian has been one of the better umpires we've had in our game for years and years. Sounds like I'm making him out to be old, but he's not.
I don't make those comments anymore, Ron. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way to Lucas. A snap throw to first. They almost got him off the bag. He was taking a big lead, and a quick move by David Peterson, kind of a secondary move.
This might be a challenge. Now they're not going to challenge. It was a step off and throw. And this was a close play, and the throw was up into the runner, which sometimes helps the first baseman catch and tag, but Springer did get back.
Lucas hitting .266, lefty to lefty. Quick throw it at first. Not in time. Another close play, and
that's a balk. If he's not out at first base, it's a balk and a run scores. Yeah, it's not just the lead runner. I think Peterson thought it's just the lead runner. Everybody moves up 90 feet, so if this is close, they're for sure going to challenge it to try to stop the run. Nope, they are not going to challenge, and a run is going to score on a balk. Third throw to first base, and I think, be honest with you, I think Springer kind of set Peterson up by getting off the bag much farther than he normally did, and then had a one-way lead going back to first.
Toronto takes a 1-0 lead on a bizarre play. It's the new rule, or at least it has been since opening day of this year. You make 2 throws over, and you get one more. If you don't pick the guy off, it's a balk.
Yeah.
And that was to eliminate the sequences where you had 7 or 8 or 9 throws in a row over to first between pitches. I think that's the first time it's been invoked all year.
Yeah, I have not seen it.
Now the 2-2 to Lucas. Curveball, strike 3 call. Peterson gets a strikeout, but Toronto gets a run on 1 hit. They leave 1 after a half inning. Blue Jays 1, Cubs. Coming up on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago. At Farmers, we tell it to you straight. No lies, loopholes, or even baseball analogies.
Yep, no sports talk. Just your bases covered.
At least we'll try to avoid the sports analogies. Like with coverage on a page. We use plain language so you know what's covered and what's not.
Yep, exactly. We'll keep our eye on the ball.
Painful. It's like you're not even trying.
We took a swing, but we really missed up.
Stop.
You have Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot.
Right-hander Dylan Cease is the Toronto pitcher today. He's a good pitcher. He started for the American League in the All-Star game. He is 7-5. Pete Crow Armstrong will lead off and take a strike. You have to be impressed with Cease's earned run average, 2.41. That translates into a lot of good pitching. Here comes the 0-1 to PCA. And he'll swing and miss. Pete put on a show yesterday. 2 home runs and a double. As he and Shohei Ohtani both vying for the MVP. Both had 2 homers in the same game. Pretty dramatic.
Absolutely.
Ron, as we think about Cease facing the Cubs, what would be your plan against the right-hander?
Well, you got to be accountable to the fastball, but so far the fastball's only been 94. You know, we've seen him up in the 97 range. We'll see how this game progresses, but he is going to more off-speed stuff than normal we have seen.
Pete takes in the dirt for a ball.
That one bounced 2.5 feet in front of home plate. That was first breaking ball he has thrown.
Cubs leadoff man presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Pete Crow Armstrong gets a base hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to service dog charities. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Fly ball to right, shallow, playable for Lucas, and he will make the catch. Pete a little bit out in front, is retired. He was hitting .288. And the batter is Seiya Suzuki.
Yeah, it's a little slider from Cease, 88 miles an hour in the middle of the plate, but he gets good downward tilt, and Pete, it fooled him just a little. Speed Gun today, powered by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Seiya with 19 home runs, and he will take a strike. Cubs wearing their home white uniforms, the blue pinstripes all over, blue hats and helmets, blue numbers and sleeves and socks. Seiya with white batting gloves on either hand, waiting for the 0-1 pitch. Suzuki will take strike 2, another bender.
A little different day today as the wind, not really a factor. It's blowing in from right center, but not hard. Where yesterday the wind was blowing out, and not crazy hard, but it was blowing out and definitely changing the way the game could be played.
Seiya takes inside. Blue Jays in their traveling uniforms, blue shirts, white numbers on their backs, gray trousers, blue hats, and blue socks. Dylan Cease has not seen the Cubs in 16 months. The next pitch, fastball inside. He was pitching for San Diego around the last time we saw him. Toronto challenging that call by home plate umpire Chris Siegel.
Yep, ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
And they guessed wrong. It was ball 2. So Toronto has already used up one of their 2 challenges. But let me ask you this, Ron. If it's been 16 months for a Cubs everyday player to see a pitcher, especially a quality guy like a Dylan Cease, does that pose some extra issues for you as a batter, remembering and doing your homework for the game? The 2-2 pitch fouled away.
Well, I just think you can't rely on what you remember from 16 months ago. Yeah. You have to do your work today and yesterday and last night, and really start looking at film and start looking at how he is pitching now as opposed to a year and a half ago. Because right now he is using more off-speed stuff and a changeup more than he's using the fastball. And we used to see a dominant fastball usage from Cease.
He threw a sinking fastball here, and it's fouled back. Cease, in his last start, it was against the Cardinals on July 31st. And he pitched well. 6 innings, 1 run, and got the win. Right-hander against right-hander. Here comes the 2-2. Seiya hits a ground ball to third. Tricky hop. Clement will throw to first. Not in time. Very close play. Toronto might challenge that call. It was a tricky bounce, Ron. It kind of jumped at the last second, and it threw Clement off of his rhythm in making the play. And let's see if Toronto's going to challenge it.
They're going to give it a base hit, and now Toronto is going to
first.
challenge this. And, yeah, you're right. The thing that happened to Clement at third is he got his feet, I always say, he got his feet kind of stuck. You know, what you want to do on a ball hit like that, you got to get your feet moving. He did not, and the ball kind of ate him up a little bit. And Suzuki may be out at first base. This might be the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. We're waiting for the final verdict to be rendered. Toronto leads 1-0. They scored on a balk in the top of the first. And now let's see if Suzuki is going to be safe or if he is out number 2. I'm surprised they're taking more than one look from the angle that we saw.
The runner's out. The runner retained.
He's out. So there are 2 down. Score that one 5-3. I was thinking, though, when you score a run on a balk in the first inning, it's kind of an unusual play. Sometimes that means there's going to be a whole day full of unusual plays.
Yeah.
We'll see how that works out.
Kind of the old full moon thing.
Yeah,
it's just an odd
something
day.
like
yeah,
that.
Right?
Michael Busch, the batter. 2 down, bases empty, and Michael takes a slow curve from Cease.
Defensive alignment, that's sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment, material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Toronto coming in here playing everybody so far pretty much straight up in the outfield.
Cease misses upstairs, ball 2. Cease making his 9th career start against the Cubs, a team against whom he is 4-2 with a 2.47 ERA. Many of those came when he was with the White Sox. And now the 2-0 pitch to Busch. And he'll hit one in the air, a pop fly left side. Battling the sun is Clement. The shortstop running over, and Jimenez makes the catch. Clement wanted no part of that ball as he was partially blinded by the sun. Cubs do nothing in the first. 1, 2, 3, and at the end of 1, Blue Jays 1, Cubs nothing on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Join us for some Cubs talk to start your day. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
Hey, baseball fans, here's a question. Do you know if your retirement strategy is built to weather market ups and downs? At our local academy, right here in your area, discover educational strategies for protecting and growing retirement assets and creating lasting income. Your future deserves a plan. Text TRADE to 210-210 for a free local class. That's TRADE to 210-210.
Progressive presents the Museum of You.
We begin our tour with a unique piece, a relic from the early big screen television era. Remarkable. Next, we find a juicer, which historians believe has only ever been used once. And finally, compact discs from the emo era. A rare find indeed.
Some things should be history, but until then, you could protect what's important to you and save by bundling your auto insurance with a renter's policy from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
When you run a growing home service business, you roll with the punches. More trucks, more techs, more jobs, and suddenly your team is drowning in spreadsheets, manual work, and software that just can't keep up. But there's a better way. Service Titan is the all-in-one system designed to help you scale the right way from day one. There's a reason Service Titan customers increase their revenue by an average of 15% every year. Get the software you can't outgrow. Go to ServiceTitan.com to learn more.
The core short from Viore is one pair I keep reaching for. Morning run, afternoon training, watching the game.
The second at Wrigley Field. It's the Blue Jays with a 1-0 lead over the Cubs, and the second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, official partner of the Cubs, bringing the California coast to you wherever you are.
Clement lines one into left field, a base hit. Ernie Clement, right-handed batting third baseman. He had a big game-winning 10th inning 2-run homer yesterday in the win in Houston for Toronto, and he singles here in the second inning to lead off the frame today, and the batter is Luis Urias.
Feel like a Bosch prediction brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Feel like a Bosch. Now on this makeup day, I will throw it out to the group. Does anybody feel Bosch-ish?
Here's a bouncing ball to short. Swanson to Horner, 1 over to first. That's a Bosch double play. 6-4-3. Didn't really think I'd be bellowing out, that's a Bosch double play. That would be my prediction for the day.
Yeah, well, we're going with it. Yeah, the Hall of Famer Bosched it right out there, and we're going with it. So that's our Bosch prediction of the day. Hold on, let me write this down. The Hall of Famer said Bosch double play. There we go.
Yeah.
It's official now.
we told you there'd be some unusual plays. Yeah. That kind of fits right in.
We're inning number 2. We're 2 for 2.
Davis Schneider, the batter. Now, Zach has a bit of information regarding the run scored by Toronto in the top of the first as Schneider takes ball 1. 1-1. Zach, I believe you had a slight amendment to what we called a balk. Here's a pitch down low. So what would you say, Zach?
Officially, it's ruled as a disengagement violation. That third throw over to first, if you don't pick off the runner, is called a disengagement violation. It has the same impact as a balk, but they call it a disengagement violation.
I try to avoid syllables, words that have more than 3 syllables, and disengagement would be 4. I use those words only if they are absolutely necessary.
There you go.
Here is Schneider taking outside. That's going to be ball 4.
Now, I remember when that rule first came out, and they talked to us about it. They used the word balk.
Balk.
Yeah, they used the word balk because it has that. So that's what the effect on the field is that they would rule it a balk. So they've, like everything else, they've changed how they want it described, but
liner to center off the bat of Jimenez. That's a base hit. Gloving it on one bounce is PCA, and he gets it back in. Well, that double play looks big now. 2 outs, 2 on. 1-0 Toronto in the second, and now David Peterson will go to work on the leadoff batter, Miles Straw.
Yeah, that was one of the mistakes Peterson made there. That was a fastball, 2-seamer, but right down the middle. And Jimenez hit it right back where it came from.
Straw bounced out to short to begin the ball game. And he'll take a strike. Now, I should know this, but I'm going to ask you and Zach simultaneously. With a disengagement violation, would that run be earned or unearned?
I would think it's got to be earned, would be my guess.
Here comes the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
It's on the pitcher, right? So that's how I would think it would be earned.
It is an earned run.
Yeah.
2 on, 2 down. And the left-hander Peterson working on Straw. And that's going to be low for a ball. 2-1.
It was actually a really good play by Springer, actually. He really did set Peterson up. He was getting off the pitches before pretty far, but coming back. And then he got way off the bag and was walking towards second, knowing he was going to go back on first movement to first. And that it's disengagement, balk, however you want to call it. He kind of set Peterson up, and pretty good play to get a run in.
Kind of a veteran type move.
Yeah, no doubt.
Foul at the plate, 2-2 on Straw. These two teams split 2 games here at Wrigley, and then had the final game rained out, and that's why we're playing today as a makeup. Here comes the 2-2 now from the left-hander Peterson to Straw. Chopped foul toward third.
Now, I think the day that we were playing, that we got rained out, wasn't that Father's Day? I believe it was Father's Day.
That sounds right, yeah. It's definitely a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Cubs to be heading to Kansas City after this game today. Here's the 2-2. Fly ball, foul, slicing toward the stands and out of play down the right field line.
That was one of the ballparks I really enjoyed playing. I thought
KC?
Kansas City, yes. I thought they always did something new and made the park. It was just, they always did a good job with that ballpark. I always felt that way. And it's an older park, but just has a great vibe to it. It's a great place to play. People were extremely friendly. Fans were great. Yep.
And they're close to the action.
Yep.
Swing and a miss, strike three. Good pitch by Peterson. Sharp low inside breaking ball, maybe a slider. And it ends the inning. Toronto does not score. They leave a pair. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. 1-0 Blue Jays on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs radio network.
At Farmers, we tell it to you straight. No lies, loopholes, or even baseball analogies.
Yep, no sports talk. Just your bases covered.
At least we'll try to avoid the sports analogies. Like with coverage on the page. We use plain language so you know what's covered and what's not.
Yep, exactly. We'll keep our eye on the ball.
Painful. It's like you're not even trying.
We took a swing, but we really missed out.
Stop.
You have Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With experience beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with experience beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks and a member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot.
Park.com. Guys, Grammy Award-winning country artist Ashley McBride is coming to Gallagher Way on August 8th, just outside Wrigley Field. General admission and VIP tickets are available. Get tickets at GallagherWay.com. Huh?
Okay, Zach. Alex Bregman will lead off the second inning for the Cubs. Ian Happ to follow, and then Nico Horner against the right-hander Dylan Cease. The announcement of the umpires we gave you earlier, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Bregman shows bunt, takes a strike on the outside edge. Haven't seen Alex lay down too many bunts for hits this year. Now the 0-1 from Dylan Cease. Pitch taken low and away for a ball. The great engineer Paul Zerang at the controls today.
Sound like it.
Sound like somebody might have been leaning back in their chair and took a spill. I hope that's not the case. Everyone okay back up there?
Yeah.
Here comes the 1-1. And that's going to be a strike 1 and 2. I heard somebody say, I'll say yes.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
yeah. Good enough.
Sort of.
Yep.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch on the way to Bregman. Fouled away down the left field line. Cubs coming off of the sweep. Last 3 days, very exciting series against the defending world champion Dodgers. So the Cubs win the season series against them 4-2. And now the 1-2 pitch on the way, taken high for a ball. Ron, as a ball player, did you devote some of your pregame to saying, okay, that series is done. Yes, it was fun. Yes, we swept the series. Yes, the fans had a great time. It was exciting, but it's over now.
Yeah, by the time you probably got home last night or got done with dinner, so to speak, and it's on to the next day. I think, you know, you love it when you're first at the ballpark, when you're high-fiving, you know, on the field after.
Mm-hmm.
You get inside, you celebrate a little bit with, you know, with the team before everybody gets into the clubhouse. And then when you leave the ballpark, usually it's on to the next day.
Bregman pops it up foul and out of play.
You know, playoff games might have a little more carryover when you win a big playoff game, but in the regular season, you can have big games and you know, big outcomes, but you play again tomorrow. So you got to, like, okay, what do we got tomorrow? We got Cease tomorrow. Okay, doesn't get any easier, so you move on to tomorrow's game.
Payoff pitch to Bregman, taken for strike 3, called. A knee buckler that time. Breaking ball. First strikeout for Dylan Cease. Toronto leading 1-0. We're in the second inning. With one away and nobody on, the batter is Ian Happ.
We talked about it at the Open today. Dylan Cease at one time was, you know, a very high percentage of fastballs. And now, you know, he is mixing in more changeups. Definitely a good slider, but mixing in more changeups, and that is giving him another wrinkle. That last pitch, very good slider to Bregman.
Happ takes high. The uniform descriptions we gave you, sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Let's see if Happ can crank up a rally. He checks his swing and takes high. Ball 2. 2-0.
Cubs really need to get Ian Happ going. He has had his struggles here after the All-Star break. Average is down. He still has 18 home runs, but he is a guy they really need to get going here in the middle of this lineup.
And the pitch on the way. It's a strike. I think, Ron, as you say that, teams generally, historically, have always relied on their veterans down the stretch and leading into the postseason.
Absolutely, and Ian's the longest tenured player on the Cubs. They really need his bat. With as much as he plays and where he hits in the lineup, they need him to be a productive hitter.
Happ reaches for one and fouls it away. 2-2.
And he's got a good track record of being that. It's just he's been, you know, in one of those slumps. His average is down to 213. We're not accustomed to seeing that with Ian, that's for sure.
The announcement of the umpires earlier, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. The lights have been turned on early in the afternoon, having a minimal effect. And the 2-2 to Happ. Outside, 3-2. Cease up to 27 pitches after an inning and a third, so the Cubs doing a good job in that regard, forcing him to make more deliveries than he would like to at this point. Let's see if Happ can get on. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball, shallow left. Easy play for Schneider, and that's out number 2. Cease has set down the first 5. I was thinking about his All-Star game performance run. He tossed a shutout inning with 3 strikeouts, striking out Kyle Schwarber, Juan Soto, and C.J. Abrams. Can't do much better than that.
Nope. He is a guy, he's got a great arm. There's no doubt, and great stuff.
Nico Horner will take a strike. He took a no-hitter into a game in the 9th inning at San Francisco on July 8. He did surrender a single to Helio Ramos. H-E-L-I-O-T. Is it Eliot?
Yep. He was the Cubs, I think, 6th-round pick for the Cubs in 14.
Here's the pitch to Nico. Chopped foul toward third. Look out. Craig Counsell almost got winged yesterday. And again, he must have a bullseye on his shirt because he had to jump out of the way.
It's 2 days
Everyone's
in a row.
saying,
Yeah.
Skipper, you okay?
Yeah, might want to bring your glove out there.
I saw him mouth the words, I'll say yes. Now the pitch to Nico. It's taken for strike 3 call. 2 perfect innings for Dylan Cease. We move to inning number 3. Toronto 1, Cubs nothing on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering every Cubs game all season long, Rahimi, Harris, and Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
Enjoy the game. When you run a growing home service business, you roll with the punches. More trucks, more techs, more jobs, and suddenly your team is drowning in spreadsheets, manual work, and software that just can't keep up. But there's a better way. Service Titan is the all-in-one system designed to help you scale the right way from day one. There's a reason Service Titan customers increase their revenue by an average of 15% every year. Get the software you can't outgrow. Go to ServiceTitan.com to learn more.
The Stratotech tee from Viore is one of those shirts you put on once and immediately get why people love it. It's incredibly soft, stretches with you, dries fast, and still looks sharp enough to wear from a workout to the ballpark without missing a beat. It's become my go-to tee for pretty much everything. Head to Viore.com/MLB for 20% off your first purchase. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.
The ocean delights us. Some marvel at the colorful world below the surface. The ocean feeds us. Others find nourishment in its bounty. The ocean teaches us how our everyday choices impact even the deepest places. The ocean moves us, whether we're riding a wave or soaking in its breathtaking beauty. The ocean connects us. Find your connection at MontereyBayAquarium.org/connects.
Hey, baseball fans, here's a question. Do you know if your retirement strategy is built to weather market ups and downs?
Top three, 1-0 Toronto. It is partly cloudy and 76 degrees here at Wrigley Field. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fees. Pat?
All right, Zach. Kazuma Okamoto will lead off the third inning for Toronto. Right-handed batting first baseman. He scored the run in the first inning on the disengagement violation by the Cubs. Here's a pitch by David Peterson, fouled away. Peterson pitching well in the Cub uniform, though, Ron. He's kept the Cubs in almost every game. Looking at his last 4-game start before today, here's the 0-2, and it's high. Looking at the earned run average column, I think that's one of the most important ones. Last 4 games, the earned runs have been 1, 0, 2, and 1.
Yeah, that gets it done.
Here's a broken bat liner over the mound, fielded by Horner. Off balance throw to first, offline. And it'll be a base hit. Nico's throw offline. The bat shattered. The barrel ended up between the mound and the shortstop area. That might have been a little distraction for everyone.
Yeah, I think everybody gets a little delayed run at the ball, and then all of a sudden you realize where you got to go. And Nico gets this ball, doesn't make an accurate throw. It's up the line, and it's going to be a base hit.
Single for Okamoto will get you a station break very, very soon. Alejandro Kirk, the batter, right-handed batting catcher. Okamoto leads at first. And the pitch drilled to left center. That's going to be a base hit. Over to pick it up on one bounce is PCA, and he'll hold the runner at second with an excellent play. You won't see that in a box score, but Pete just cut off a ball that would have snuck by a lot of center fielders. He spun around and fired a strike toward third to hold the runner at second. Good play.
Yeah, Okamoto was definitely thinking third base. He comes around third, and he's still flying, and Pete, after making a good catch on that line drive on the hop, wheels and fires a long strike to third and shuts down Okamoto. So at least it saved the Cubs 90 feet as of right now.
George Springer, the batter, takes outside.
Third inning is brought to you by Consumers Credit Union, the people in your corner who stand up for you wherever you go.
I think an outfielder's reputation of having a strong arm freezes a lot of base runners, Ron. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. It's outside. If they see it hit to a certain guy, they'll think, I'm not going to try to run on him. I've seen him throw before.
I think that used to be the case years ago a lot, and certain guys had big reputations. You don't hear of that as much anymore, but I think that definitely is the case with Pete.
Yeah, the 2-0 to Springer, and he hits it foul and out of play. So big spot, 2 men on, nobody out, third inning. And the Blue Jays are in the middle of their order. So this is a key inning for David Peterson. Tall left-hander comes ready. And now the 2-1 pitch. Very high and outside. Now you're in a tough spot. 3-1 to a dangerous hitter with 2 men on and nobody out. What do you throw?
Well, here's where you need that two-seamer to really work for you. That ground ball sinker, and see if you can get a ground ball to Dansby or Nico.
3-1 on the way. Pulled on the ground, foul toward third. Full count. Let's keep an eye on the runners. I would doubt that they'd be going here. How about you?
Yeah, I would agree to that. I don't think they will.
Okamoto leads at second. Kirk away from first. Springer waiting for Peterson. The pitch. Bouncing ball toward third. Gloved by Bregman. Go to second. There's one. Nico to first. Double play. Springer apparently a little tardy leaving the batter's box. A big bouncer, not particularly hit all that hard. Springer out at first on the back end of the double play. 2 down, a man at third.
Yeah, he got like a half a step slow out of the box. When you get that fastball inside and you pull it and you hook it, your momentum takes you back towards the back wall, not towards first. And that's the case, and he was out by that half a step. Great pivot by Nico at second base.
Nathan Lucas, the batter, left-handed hitter, fouls it at the plate. Bregman did a nice job getting the ball to Nico quickly. Second baseman really appreciate that throw right in your chest so that you just have to catch the ball and immediately you've got a good grip on it before you throw to first.
Tough plays of the game. That one qualifies. Sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough.
The 0-1 to Lucas. Check swing, foul back. What are you thinking here, Ron, on 0-2?
I think you got options. And obviously, Lucas didn't see that last slider very well with the check swing. I would think you'd probably want to go back to that slider away.
The lead at third by Okamoto and the 0-2 pitch by Peterson. And Lucas hits a tapper up along first, rolling. It's staying fair and then still fair, and now it goes foul. Oh. Peterson ran over to the line, knew that it was too late to pick up the ball and have a chance to make the throw to first. So he just was praying that that ball rolling right on the line would soon roll foul, and it did. By maybe, 5 inches?
Yeah, this ball is going up the foul line, literally on the line for probably 15 feet. And it doesn't come off the line, and you're like, is the line going to keep it tilted fair? And then finally, it just kind of leaks off the line. Cubs catch a break.
Still 0-2 on Nathan Lucas. And the strike 2 pitch from Peterson. Outside, it's 1-2. You always expect a ball run. It's going to start off in fair territory, and then once it gets to the line, you'd think the law of physics is going to force it to go foul. Not always. Here comes the 1-2. Just inside, it's 2-2.
As a third baseman and first baseman, mainly I played third base, you would go to a visiting ballpark and you would go to home plate and you would roll the ball up the line.
Sure.
To see if the groundskeeper tilted the line for the ball to stay fair or tilted the line for the ball to go foul.
2-2 is low and away. I know there are stories in baseball history about teams that had really good bunters.
Yeah.
They would tilt the line so the ball would stay fair in their home park.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's been a lot of that go on through the years.
The 3-2. Fly ball to right, should be playable for Conforto. He's there. He's got it. Good job by David Peterson, escaping a first and second no-out jam. We go to the bottom of the third. Toronto 1, Cubs nothing on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This is your...
At Farmers, we tell it to you straight. No lies, loopholes, or even baseball analogies.
Yep, no sports talk. Just your bases covered.
At least we'll try to avoid the sports analogies. Like with coverage on a page. We use plain language so you know what's covered and what's not.
Yep, exactly. We'll keep our eye on the ball.
Painful. It's like you're not even trying.
We took a swing, but we really missed up.
Stop.
You have Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With experience beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with experience beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks and a member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning
Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams, Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score, and Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Michael Conforto at the plate, Dansby Swanson on deck. Who's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
Zach, thank you. Michael Conforto first up against Dylan Cease. Nobody has reached against Cease as yet. Here's a one-hop line drive backhanded by Urias, the second baseman. Reverse pivot, throw to first in time, out number 1. That's the sharpest hit ball, I think, by a Cub so far. 7 in a row set down by Dylan Cease and the batter, Dansby Swanson.
Yeah, that's a pretty good play by Urias. That ball was smoked at him to his backhand side, made the catch, and then a kind of a reverse loop to throw the ball to first base, but a nice play.
Cease, the right-hander, working on Dansby Swanson. And Dansby takes low and outside for a ball.
Coming to you live all season long in the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
In the hazy sunshine, the 1-0 to Dansby, a swing and a chopper foul. He's throwing a lot of breaking balls today. It seems like we're on a few more than we're normally accustomed to seeing from Cease.
Yeah, that's the scouting report going into today's game, is he is feeling very good about some of his breaking stuff, and it's allowing him to give the hitter a lot more to think about than just trying to blow him away. And I think it's working. You look at his ERAs in the low 2s. You know, the record of team has struggled this season, but he has not struggled.
Breaking ball strike, and the count now 1-2.
The pitch that, to me, that's a game changer for him is that changeup, because what it does, it gives him another look for the left-handed hitter. Instead of trying to throw that slider and throwing it down and in a lot to the lefties, that's right in their whopping zone. And boy, now he's got that changeup that he can run away from them. He's got all the weapons, all the tools. There's no doubt.
The 1-2 to Swanson, swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 3 for Dylan Cease. 2 down, third inning, and it brings up Miguel Amaya. And again, Ron, I know I've asked you before. This is a very serious question. How exactly do you spell whomping in whomping zone?
Whopping zone, yeah. Like, you know, you whop somebody upside the coconut. You know?
Oh, I know what it is, but
yeah.
How do you spell the word?
Once again, you're not even close to having a clue to that. That was one of those things that we were told that was going to happen to us at St. Rita High School when you were talking when you shouldn't. And
you're going to get a whomping?
Yeah, whop right upside the head, and we learned that, and then you didn't do it anymore. You understood exactly what they meant.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those.
So the spelling was kind of secondary compared to
you were
that.
more trying to get out of the way of getting, the action happen to you more than anything else.
2 balls and no strikes on Miguel Amaya.
You understand that part, don't you?
I do. I'm wondering, is there an H behind or after the W?
I'll send a message to the high school and see what they say.
I'd say WHOMPING. Yeah. That'd be my call.
Yeah, I can't blame that one on the Chicago public school system. That was more of a St. Rita thing. But, that's okay.
And the 3-0 to Amaya is taken outside for ball 4. Isn't that the way it is? You set down the first 8, and then you walk the number 9 hitter on 4 pitches. Yeah. Explain that one to me.
No, he's trying to throw. So when he got to 2-0, he's trying to throw a strike, and he just pulled that last pitch off the edge of the plate wide.
There is Pete Crow Armstrong, 26 home runs, hitting .288. And for a leadoff man, 69 runs batted in. Also a remarkable total for this time of the year. He steps in. He flied out to right, just missing. A long ball his first time up. And the pitch by Dylan Cease. There's a strike 0-1. Good fastball.
Pat, Merriam-Webster defines it as WHOMP. W-H-O-M-P.
Okay.
A loud, explosive sound.
There you go. Well, that's the way you're using it. And
like
you just
that,
did a whomping sound on the tabletop.
You just hope that's not your coconut when they do that.
Here comes the 0-1. Pete pulls a ground ball foul past first.
Yeah.
0-2. Bleacher crowd in right. One of those people would love to get a souvenir right about now from Pete Crow Armstrong. He's hit several of his home runs with 2 strikes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here comes the 0-2 from Cease. Fastball is high, 1-2.
Cease's first 3 fastballs of the game were 91, 92. Then he got up to 93. And now it seems like he's settled into the game and he's 96, 97.
Short lead by Amaya at first. Cubs trail 1-0. Breaking ball, strike 3 called, inning over. Frustrated, Pete slams the helmet down, tosses the batting gloves aside. Cubs don't score. They still are looking for their first base hit as we go to the 4th inning. Toronto 1, Cubs 0 on the score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Bottom of the 9th, game on the line. You wouldn't step up to the plate without a strategy. So why approach retirement without one? Discover strategies to help create income, protect assets, and grow your retirement savings at our free local academy class. Take the time to better understand your options so your retirement can go the distance. Text TRADE to 210-210 for your free seat today.
When you run a growing home service business, you roll with the punches. More trucks, more techs, more jobs, and suddenly your team is drowning in spreadsheets, manual work, and software that just can't keep up. But there's a better way. Service Titan is the all-in-one system designed to help you scale the right way from day one. There's a reason Service Titan customers increase their revenue by an average of 15% every year. Get the software you can't outgrow. Go to ServiceTitan.com to learn more.
The core short from Viore is one pair I keep reaching for. Morning run, afternoon training, watching the game, it doesn't matter. Soft 4-way stretch, built-in liner, comfortable all day. Plus, they look good enough to wear well beyond the gym. Ready to try a pair? Head to Viore.com/MLB and get 20% off your first purchase. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.
Progressive knows it ain't easy navigating the open plains of home insurance, but there is one man who can help tame that wild herd of options. The Home Quote Explorer.
Note, Progressive's Home Quote Explorer is not a real person.
Sales.
Time to check the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Bottom of the fourth inning in Milwaukee. Pirates and Brewers now tied at 2. Spencer Horwitz evening the game up for Pittsburgh with an RBI single.
Ernie Clement will lead off the fourth inning, Zach, and take ball one. What else you got?
Other action around the majors. Pat, Angels on top of the Orioles. 4-1 now. Bottom of the eighth inning at Camden Yards. Zach Neto with a 3-run shot.
There's a strike, 1-1.
Ellie De La Cruz, a leadoff home run, is 19th. Reds lead the A's 6-3. Top of the ninth in Cincinnati. Luis Torrens, the ex-Cub, with a 2-run shot for the Mets.
Fly ball to right, pretty well hit. Angling back, Conforto with room makes the catch. One away.
And the Mets lead the Guardians, Pat, 6-5 in the top of the seventh in Cleveland.
Here it is 1-0 Toronto. They got a run in the very first inning. Luis Urias, the batter, he has bounced into a double play. 0 for 1. And the pitch on the way. It's way outside, eluding the glove of Amaya.
First out in the inning, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Kevin Gausman is going to make his first start for the Cubs tomorrow night in Kansas City. Is it Gausman? Gausman. I know we've seen him many times, but now he'll be in a Cub uniform. KC has not yet announced their starter tomorrow night. It's a 7:10 game. Saturday is 6:10, 1:10 on Sunday. Here comes the 1-1. Urias drives one deep left field. Back goes Happ near the wall. Reaches up and drops the ball. Tough play. It's going to be a double. Urias stopped for some reason between first and second, unaware that Happ did not make the catch. Is Happ okay? He went into that ivy-covered brick wall at a pretty good clip. I thought he had it in his glove, and then he hit the wall and the ball fell out.
Yeah, kind of an odd play. It does hit the tip of his glove. I don't think he ever really had the ball in his glove. And Urias thought the ball was caught. He just kind of shut down. Then all of a sudden, the ball kind of appeared, and he ends up having the head-first dive into second base.
It's a double for Luis Urias,
So
and Urias now is a little shaken up out at second base.
I wonder if that's why he paused going from first to second.
Manager John Schneider, along with one of the trainers, out to take a look at Luis Urias at second base. I think he's going to stay in the game. He puts his helmet back on.
It's kind of as we're watching, yeah, he looks like he's hurting going into second base, like he's like a hip flexor issue. Either that or he's cramping because he's trying to lift his arms up in that. You just wonder if he's got, these guys played yesterday, flew, got in early late last night, and then trying to get right back out here to play for this makeup game. And I'm guessing he may have some cramping.
He's going to run a little jog out toward left field and test the legs and see. I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I'm guessing if it was a pull of some kind, he would be out of the game already. But when you get a cramp and you can get it out, they'll let you stay in and see where you're at by the time you get back around towards home.
And the manager and the trainer head away from second base, running across the field to the Blue Jays' first base dugout. It's a one-out double. Toronto on top 1-0 here in the fourth inning, and the batter now is Davis Schneider. Schneider had a base on balls his first time as David Peterson, the tall Cubs left-hander, brings it to the plate. Low and outside, ball one. Getting back to the matchups this weekend. Saturday, Seth Lugo set to go for KC. The Cubs have not announced their Saturday starter. And now the pitch to Schneider is low and inside. Sunday, Randy Dobnak pitching for KC, and Matthew Boyd with his 7-1 record pitching in the finale on Sunday in KC. Then it's on to Washington. Now the 2-0 to Schneider. Here it comes. Curveball drops in there for a strike. Nice pitch.
Yeah, good little backdoor hook from Peterson.
Big crowd at Wrigley. Sometimes when you have a makeup game, you see just a fraction of the original audience. That's not the case today. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. And a ball getting away from Amaya, but not far enough for the runner to advance. 2-2.
Yeah, good job by Amaya to pounce on this ball. It's a slider down and in to Snyder. He swings. It hits. Amaya goes to block it, puts the glove down, and hits him in the heel of the glove. But then you wonder if that issue at second base, running into the bag, if Rios just didn't want to push it.
Now the set for the 2-2 inside. In fact, Ron, I would say this is one of the biggest makeup crowd audiences I've ever seen.
Yeah, usually you get about 2/3 of the normal crowd, if that, to half. There's not an empty seat in the house today. Place is packed.
Cubs playing some great ball. Sweeping the Dodgers. 4-2 against the Yankees and Dodgers so far on the homestand. Here's the 3-2 pitch fouled away off to the right.
Think of the crowds that we have had here over this homestand.
Amazing.
The 3 games against the Yankees, absolutely packed. 3 games against the Dodgers, and I think the middle game was the biggest crowd we've had all year, or one of the top 2 or 3. Yesterday, packed house, and now today. Not a spot in the bleachers, it's just packed everywhere.
And the atmosphere in those situations, Ron, where it's full and you have 2 good teams playing and it's a good game, it's one of the best atmosphere you could ever imagine in a sporting venue anywhere, in any sport in the world. Swinging a foul back out of play. I'm a little bit biased, naturally, but I firmly believe it's a very special place in those situations.
Yeah, I would agree. Every player thinks that. Everybody down on the field, they all think that too.
3-2 to Davis Schneider. David Peterson fires. It's outside. A lengthy battle between those two. It results in a base on balls. And now 2 men on with 1 away, and the batter is Andres Jimenez. And Tommy Hotovy, the pitching coach, will head out to the mound to see about David Peterson. You know, we talk about those aspects, Ron, of playing 17 days in a row. This is day number 14 for the Cubs. And pitching staffs and pitching coaches and guys in the bullpen. It's very difficult on all of them as well as the manager.
Yeah, absolutely. You're trying to do your very best. Now, Craig Counsell has given each one of the guys a day off around the infield. Bregman DH'd, Pete Armstrong DH'd yesterday. Swanson had a day off. Nico had a day. You know, the catchers are playing every other day right now. And you're trying to do the same thing. Ian's been off a couple. Suzuki DH'd. He's DHing today. So, you know, when you play these stretches, you really got to try to, you know, make sure everybody's okay and you give them a little bit of a break, whether they play or DH.
We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game and make our guesses. All right, 2 men on with 1 away. The bunt attempt foul. Jimenez did not really look like he was bunting for a base hit, more of a sacrifice, which would kind of surprise me in that spot.
Not a good play. There's 1 out in the inning. You get 2 men on. You've got to try to hit the ball and try to drive in a run.
Lefty to lefty. Jimenez had a single his first time. And the pitch, swing and a miss. I'll go ahead and guess 39,493. 39493. See how we did later on.
Paulie was the big winner yesterday. He had a great guess. He was his first time ever. We had somebody actually nail it right on the button.
That is amazing. Did that make Sports Center? Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball, shallow right. Conforto coming in. Runners going nowhere. That's out number 2.
I don't know if it made that, but it made the center of our sports. I'll tell you that.
I was listening for it on the postgame show with Matt Spiegel. I did not hear anything in that regard. And Paul, to his credit, has stayed the same likable, humble man.
Yeah, he didn't have it posted on a door or anything when we walked in.
Of course, what he did was very humbling, as Miles Straw will take outside for a ball, so maybe I'm not that surprised.
Yeah. I will say 38,000 today here at Wrigley Field.
I'm going to say 38,500.
Paul took what you might in the movie business call a sneak preview yesterday.
Yeah.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. A little dribbler out on the first baseline. Picked up by Peterson. Throws to first in time. Kind of a high throw, but Bush reached up, grabbed it on the bag, and that ends the inning. No runs for Toronto. One hit. They leave a pair. Middle of inning number 4. It's Toronto 1, Cubs nothing on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With experience beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with experience beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks and a member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion and giving his family time to get to safety. Byrna less lethal launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds designed to stop threats. Visit Byrna.com. That's Byrna, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
Every championship team has a strategy. Shouldn't your retirement? Too many people worry about market swings, inflation, taxes, and whether their savings will last. At our local academy right here in your community, you'll discover today.
League Leaders are sponsored by Gusto. Hire, pay, and grow your team with Gusto. Yordan Alvarez of the Astros is the batting average leader in the majors, hitting .329. Alvarez also leads in home runs with 35. He leads in on-base percentage, slugging percentage, and OPS. The RBI leader is C.J. Abrams of the Nationals with 88.
Seiya Suzuki will lead off the bottom of this 4th inning. First pitch from Dylan Cease is down low. Cease has been very, very sharp, issuing only 1 walk and allowing no hits or runs to this point. Suzuki will swing and miss. He's got great breaking stuff today. It's 1-1. I believe we're getting a change defensively. Toronto with a new third baseman. Here comes the 1-1 to Seiya. Called strike 2 on the outside edge.
Yeah, Urias is coming out of the game, who they were looking at going into second base. So he's coming out of the game. Clement is going from third base to second base, and Smith is now the new third baseman.
1-2, fastball away from Dylan Cease.
Thought they'd put in Parker, but they put in Smith.
Josh Smith And then we'll keep an eye for Parker later on. Ron, here comes the 2-2 to Suzuki. And he'll swing and miss, strike 3. Cease is razor sharp. Has set down 10 of the first 11 men. No hits allowed so far. And it brings up Michael Busch.
See if Michael gets the first Cubs hit of the ball game here.
Cease is up to 50 pitches. Michael Busch, the batter, popped out his first time. And a pitch on the way. Fouled away. We talk sometimes, Ron, against the better pitchers, and this guy started the All-Star game. That first run is sometimes the most challenging one to get.
Yep, there's no doubt about it.
There's no guarantee you're going to get any against some of these guys. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Boy, he's got some dazzling breaking stuff
today.
He
really does. He's got a good slider. Spiegel and Holmes talk Cubs baseball in Chicago sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score in the Odyssey app. It's nice to see Matty yesterday. He subbed in for Zach while he was doing the Chicago Sky game.
Now the 0-2 to Busch. Off speed and down low. 1-2. Cubs being out hit 6-0 and trail in the run column 1-0. The 1-2 to Busch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 3 consecutive strikeouts for Cease. 5 in the game. 2 down, nobody on. 4th inning. The batter, Alex Bregman.
Well, Cease has it rolling right now. That's another good breaking ball. And, you know, what happens when you start getting command of your off-speed pitches, boy, and you're throwing good fastballs, it's just, you know, he makes it tough on the hitter.
Line drive, base hit to left by Bregman. He went up on top of a high fastball and strokes it into left field. It's the first Cubs hit of the game, and let's see if that leads to bigger and better things.
Well, this is the line drive bullet. No doubt about this base hit. Bregman, this ball just about shoulder high. And he smokes this ball in the left field. So good at bat for Bregman, and see if Cubs can keep this thing rolling.
Happ batting left-handed. Bregman jumping and running and stealing second base. Cease was oblivious to the fact that Alex had the lead, started dancing. Next thing you know, he was stealing second base, and Happ, aware of the whole scenario, just let the pitch go. So it's a stolen base. Now a base hit could tie the game. And the pitch to Ian. In there for a call, strike 2, 0-2.
Yeah, nice changeup on the inside corner to Ian. He was not looking for that. Stolen bases by the Cubs are sponsored by Turo, Chicago's hometown tire. Get called safe with the Turo tires. Find yours at Turo.com.
Bregman with a stolen base at second, 2 down. And Happ takes down low. Cubs need a run-scoring hit right now. Happ with 48 runs batted in for the year. Outfield straightaway and deep. Some fan in the right field bleachers would love a souvenir right about now. And the 1-2 from Cease. And Happ swings and misses, strike 3. Cubs don't score. Zach will join Ron in a moment. We go to the 5th inning. Blue Jays 1, Cubs 0 on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk to start your day. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
From supply lists.
In this business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. ServiceTitan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first bid to final invoice. Born in the trades. Built for commercial contractors ready to stop operating and start automating. Service Titan. AI for the trades.
The core short from Viore is one pair I keep reaching for. Morning run, afternoon training, watching the game, it doesn't matter. Soft four-way stretch, built-in liner, comfortable all day. Plus, they look good enough to wear well beyond the gym. Ready to try a pair? Head to viore.com/MLB and get 20% off your first purchase. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.
The ocean delights us. Some marvel at the colorful world below the surface. The ocean feeds us. Others find nourishment in its bounty. The ocean teaches us how our everyday choices impact even the deepest places. The ocean moves us, whether we're riding a wave or soaking in its breathtaking beauty. The ocean connects us. Find your connection at MontereyBayAquarium.org/connects.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission...
Top of the fifth here at Wrigley Field. It's the Blue Jays with a 1-0 lead over the Cubs. This is a makeup game from a postponement back in June. David Peterson on the mound. Kazuma Okamoto at the plate, right-handed batter. The lefty Peterson works his motion and deals. Called strike. Two-seamer from Peterson, 0-1 the count. Blue Jays scoring their run in the first on a disengagement violation. What does that mean? I'll tell you after this pitch. As Peterson peers in, he gets the sign from his catcher, Amaya. High leg kick and pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2 the count now on Okamoto. So the Blue Jays had men at the corners. Peterson had thrown over twice to first to try and pick off George Springer. The 0-2 delivery is low. Check swing. Did he go? On appeal, no, says Laz Diaz at first. 1-2 the count on Okamoto. And Springer was hopping off the bag again. Peterson tried to pick him off and didn't. And you can't do that. The 1-2 is poked foul out of play off to the right. On that third pickoff attempt, if you don't actually pick off the guy, it works the same way as a balk, and it's called a disengagement violation. So both runners advanced, and the Blue Jays took a 1-0 lead. That's where we stand. Here's the 1-2. High and outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cubs looking to win their 4th in a row after that impressive sweep to start the week against the Dodgers here at Wrigley. The 2-2 is low. Check swing. Did he go? Yeah, he did. Okamoto didn't even wait for Laz Diaz at first to ring him up. He started walking back to the Blue Jays dugout along the first base line, 1 away.
Yeah, good slider down and in from Peterson. Threw him a couple good ones in that plate appearance. Pretty good stuff so far from Peterson, other than the one issue of, that disengagement balk kind of rule where he threw over for the 3rd time. Everything would be going good right now, but he's down 1-0.
Alejandro Kirk looks at a fastball up high, 1-0 the count, 1 down, top 5, and as Koo mentioned, 1-0 Blue Jays. The pitch is a called strike changeup, 1-1.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Peterson faces home plate, glove in front of the face. Now the windup and pitch is high and outside, 2-1 the count on Kirk. He's 2 for 2 today with a couple of singles. Right-handed batting catcher hits out of an extreme crouch. Here comes the 2-1. Outside, 3-1 now on Kirk.
First out in the inning, that's sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
And Paul Zarang has finally made his guess in the Vinny's Beverage Depot attendance game, 39,222. So I'm guessing a little bit more of a challenge in the game today for Mr. Zarang.
Yeah, he was right on yesterday. That's pretty good, Paulie.
That's a called strike to Kirk. Sinking fastball, full count.
Ziggy.
That's outstanding. Here comes the 3-2. Kirk grounds one into right field for a base hit. His third hit of the ball game.
Swing by Kirk. Everybody looking to the pull side, and he hits it right off the end of the bat in that hole between Bushy and Nico, where the field is kind of vacated, and gets his third hit. Now, the first ball he hit, he just served it over there. That area was vacated, and he just blocked one the other way for a base hit, then a line drive up the middle. This one, he was trying to pull this ball and cute it right off the end of the bat through the right side.
Now the batter, George Springer, 1 on, 1 away. Here's the pitch. Springer swings and misses. Sinker from Peterson, 0-1. Springer's 0 for 2. Powerful right-handed batter. Kirk being held on at first by Bush. Peterson, an excellent pickoff move. Here's the 0-1. This is fouled off the netting to the right, 0-2.
Good fastball in on the hands of Springer. That was a good pitch.
So this is start number 7 for Peterson with the Cubs. One clunker, the game against St. Louis, where he gave up 10 runs, but the other 5, an ERA of 1.84. Here's the 0-2. It's inside in the dirt, almost hit Springer. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, no, he has done a very good job. You get to a new club and you're expecting, things are going to be a little different, and he had one bad outing, but other than that, it's been good. His last outing was phenomenal.
Yeah, quality start against the Yankees last weekend.
Great command, great poise on the mound, as you kind of expect, but, you're also playing the Yankees and, in front of a packed house, and he just dealt, really throw 6 2/3, right?
Peterson peers in, gets the sign from Amaya. Kirk at first, 1 down, top 5. Here's the pitch to Springer. It's in the dirt again, 2 balls and 2 strikes as Peterson went with a curveball.
Scouting reported to stay inside on Springer if you're a left-handed pitcher. They have thrown nothing but sliders inside and fastballs inside to Springer.
Peterson sets chest high, third base side of the rubber. The 2-2. Springer chops one over the head of Peterson. Charging Horner, fielding, running throw to first. He's in time to get Springer. Close play. Moving to second. Kirk 2 away.
Another great play by Nico. This ball's chopped right at home plate, and it's the one pitch in the entire at-bat. That was away. It was a 2-seam runner, and it gets chopped right over Peterson's head. It's not easy to chop one over his head. He's 6'7", but it goes over his head. Nico comes in, fields this ball in the infield grass, and makes a good throw to Bushy. Very nice play by Nico.
So 2 away, Coombe with a man at second base in Kirk. The batter, Nathan Lucas. Lefty-lefty matchup with Peterson on the hill and Lucas at the plate. Peterson checks second, and the pitch. Lucas grounds one up the middle, fielded by Swanson, roaming to his left. The throw in time to Bush for out number 3. Kirk is stranded at second base. Middle 5, Toronto 1, Cubs nothing. On the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With experience beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with experience beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion and giving his family time to get to safety. Byrna less lethal launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds designed to stop threats. Visit Byrna.com. That's BYRNA, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
Bottom of the ninth, game on the line. You wouldn't step up to the plate without a strategy. So why approach retirement without one? Discover strategies to help create income, protect assets.
Great clips. It's gonna be great.
Don't wait. Wrigley Field experiences are still available for the September 12th game. VIP packages include game tickets, a pregame reception, a tour, and a meet and greet with a current Cubs player. Learn more at Cubs.com/Wrigley Field Experience. That sounds pretty cool. Bottom of the fifth inning here at Wrigley. Toronto with a 1-0 lead over the Cubs. Nico Horner, Michael Conforto, and Dansby Swanson due up in the Cubs half of the fifth inning against former Cub farmhand Dylan Cease. He's given up just one hit, a single to Alex Bregman in the fourth. He has struck out 7 Cubs so far this afternoon. Cease was involved in that big trade with the White Sox back in 2017. The one in which the Cubs got Jose Quintana back. It's a big surprise when the move happened. Cease, high leg kick and pitch, and Nico takes a strike, a slow-moving knuckle curve, 0-1.
Yeah, Cubs were looking for a pitcher, a starting pitcher, to help put them over the top for the playoffs, and Quintana was one of the few guys left on the market. Cease was still a minor leaguer at the time, but with big upside, and now he's seeing it. It's a big upside is right.
Here's the 0-1. Warner looks at a ball off the outside, 1-1. A blazing fastball clocked at 97 miles per hour. You can never have enough starting pitching. Cubs have a bunch of new starters on the team now. The 1-1. Warner looks at a ball low, 2-1 the count. And we're going to see some of those new pitchers this weekend in Kansas City. Kevin Gausman going to make his debut in the opener of that set against the Royals tomorrow night. Now the 2-1. And a hard hit ground ball up the middle. Backhanded by Clement. The throw to first in time to get Horner. One away.
Excellent play by Clement. He started the game at third base, got moved over when Urias came up with a leg issue. But this ball is blasted up the middle. Yes. Cease, he waves at him, no chance, and then Clement makes a great backhand catch and then quickly spins and throws a one-hopper on purpose by about 20 feet short of the bag. Perfect play by Clement. That was pretty slick, the way he made that play at second base.
Michael Conforto looks at a slider low, 1-0 the count. One away, bottom 5, 1-0 Toronto. Cease facing home plate. Acknowledges the sign from Kirk. Now he whirls and deals the 1-0. An awkward swing and a miss by Conforto is a called strike regardless, 1-1 the count. Cease doubled up on the slider, 1-1. Conforto waits. Cease is ready. Here's the pitch. High and outside, 2 balls and a strike to count on Conforto. Another one of the new Cubs, Clay Holmes, is scheduled to pitch on Saturday. He's still technically on the injured list, which is why you may see a TBD. If you look at the probables for Saturday in Kansas City, the 2-1. Conforto pulls one on the ground, foul off to the right. 2-2.
Ball hit sharply down the line, just missed the first base bag. Foul. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing these guys pitch in a Cubs uniform. You know, we've seen Gausman last year in the World Series absolutely dealing. He had some great outings in the playoffs last year, and you would love to see that happen again this year for the Chicago Cubs. You'd love for him to be pitching towards the end of where he was last year. That would be the World Series.
Now the 2-2 to Conforto. Foul back off the screen.
I've got no plans till November. We're all good. We can play there again.
I think there are a lot of people sitting in this booth that feel just like you.
Yeah.
But it really is something. It says a lot about the way the Cubs internally feel about this team to go out and add all those pieces at the deadline. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count on Conforto. Cease works his motion. And the pitch. Cole, strike 3. Fastball 97 miles per hour freezes Conforto 2 away.
Well, I think there's a few things. You know, one, when you look at the ball club and how well they've played, you know, in their record, 66-49 coming into today's ball game with all the pitching injuries. So they have done their job of staying relevant in the division and in the playoff race. As right now, they're the #1 wild card team.
Dansby Swanson at the plate. He swings and misses at a knuckle curve. 0-1 the count.
And the way the Cubs have, you know, they work their payroll right now. You've got 3 of your starting infielders are on long-term deals, you know, and you don't do that unless you're trying to win in October. Same thing with the center fielder, left fielder, and right fielder. So everybody's on a long-term deal that are basically your position players. So you're in the go-for-it mode, so you might as well. You know, and the Cubs did. There's no doubt about it. They made some great pushes during that trade deadline last week and this week, trying to solidify this team so you can make that good run come October.
That last pitch off the outside, 1-1 the count on Swanson. The next pitch by Cease is on the way, and Swanson looks at a ball low. 2-1 the count, a slider that missed.
You know, with that being said, there are some clubs out there that did the same thing with contracts with their players, and they're not playoff relevant, and they've had to unload some of the guys that didn't have long-term deals. And quite literally, Cubs have benefited from that.
No question. Swanson waits. Cease is ready. And now the 2-1. Swanson, it's a pop fly. Shallow left center. Racing in Schneider, and he makes the catch for out number 3 as the Cubs go down in order here in the 5th. We head to inning number 6. Blue Jays 1, Cubs nothing. On the Score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Craig Counsell. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
In this business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. ServiceTitan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first bid to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for commercial contractors ready to stop operating and start automating. ServiceTitan, AI for the trades.
The core short from Viore is one pair I keep reaching for. Morning run, afternoon training, watching the game, it doesn't matter. Soft 4-way stretch, built-in liner, comfortable all day. Plus, they look good enough to wear well beyond the gym. Ready to try a pair? Head to viore.com/MLB and get 20% off your first purchase. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.
The ocean delights us. Some marvel at the colorful world below the surface. The ocean feeds us. Others find nourishment in its bounty. The ocean teaches us how our everyday choices impact even the deepest places. The ocean moves us, whether we're riding a wave or soaking in its breathtaking beauty. The ocean connects us. Find your connection at MontereyBayAquarium.org/connects.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission...
Sixth inning. Ryan Rollison is the new man on the mound for the Cubs. Tall left-hander David Peterson did a very good job, giving up only 1 run in 5 innings, 7 hits. But the Cubs without a run against Dylan Cease. It's not always, as a starting pitcher, not always how well you pitch, but how well did the guy on the other team pitch that day. Ernie Clement Had the game-winning home run in Houston yesterday in an extra inning victory for Toronto. Took outside, now takes a strike, 1-1.
We're going to challenge this strike call. Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Kind of a delayed call at home plate by Siegel, and the pitch was all away.
Chris Siegel. His microphone is working just fine, it sounds like. Now the 2-0 to Clement. And he'll take a strike, 2-1.
Two hits on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Yingling Flight, the next generation light beer. Well, when you look down at our scorebook, partner, there's not a lot of flight. Balls in flight for the Cubs. They only got 1 hit so far in the game.
As you say that, Ron, a lot of ground outs. I see 3 fly ball outs. And Cease has struck out, is it 7?
8. I got 8.
8 strikeouts. He's been tough.
Yeah, he's been very good. His breaking ball and his changeup have been outstanding, along with a very good fastball.
2-2, fly ball to right. Coming in as Conforto makes the catch. Ernie Clement is out number 1, 6th inning, and the batter Luis Urias.
First out in the inning, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
I'll go ahead and make my attendance guess. You've already made yours?
Didn't you do 39,493, I believe, right?
I did. I was just testing you to see if you remembered. Very well done, Ron.
Yeah, and I think it's a heck of a guess. But if you want to go like somewhere in that 45 or 50,000, you go right ahead. You're in the Hall of Fame. You can, you go right ahead.
It's very helpful of you.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a good partner.
0-1 on Josh Smith. Smith is doing some pinch hitting. He swings and misses. He's batting for Urias.
Yeah, Urias came out of the game last inning after hitting that double on 2 innings ago, and then did not come back out in the 5th for defense because of his leg issue.
Fly ball, left center, pretty well hit. Back goes Pete Crow Armstrong, drifting, makes the catch. Just to the left of straightaway on the warning track. That ball was hit pretty hard.
I think this ball fooled Pete. He took 1 step in and then had to retreat, and he ends up catching it 1 step onto the track in left center field. That ball looked like it got in on Smith. It did not.
2 down. Davis Schneider, the batter. 6th inning, 1-0 Toronto. And the pitch on the way. Lewin inside. Getting close to a station ID. Very close, in fact. 1 ball and no strikes on Schneider. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. There's the strike. Here's the ID. 10 for station ID on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams, Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score, in Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Schneider takes down low, 2-1 with Ron Coomer, Pat Hughes at Wrigley, Zach Zaidman working alongside. Excellent engineer Paul Zerang. Cubs offense has been stymied today on just 1 hit by Dylan Cease. This comes 1 day after the Cubs had 7 runs and 15 hits against the Dodgers. There is a strike, 2-2.
Yeah, this is one of those ball games, and you talk about these trap games sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
You have 2 series in a row when you've got Yankees, Dodgers, packed house, playoff atmosphere, and then you come back for a day game, and, the schedule's been tough, 14 games. This is game 14 in 14 days, and, then you face Dylan Cease. It can be a tough ball game.
That's what makes baseball so unique, Ron. It's not just once a week or 2 or 3 games a week like some of the other sports. It's darn near every single day in the spring and summer.
Yeah. Usually average about 3 days off a month in baseball.
2-2. Pulled on the ground weakly to third. A charging Bregman gloves it. Running throw. Gets him. Good play. 3 up, 3 down. Nice job by Rollison. We move to the bottom of inning number 6. Blue Jays 1, Cubs nothing on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering every... This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion and giving his family time to get to safety. Byrna less lethal launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds designed to stop threats. Visit Byrna.com. That's Byrna, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
Bottom of the 9th, game on the line. You wouldn't step up to the plate without a strategy. So why approach retirement without one? Discover strategies to help create income, protect assets.
Maya is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck? Is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
Dylan Cease out to work. Inning number 6. He's working on a 1-hit shutout. Miguel Amaya first up in the Cubs' 6th inning. He'll take outside for ball 1. We'll take a look at a little baseball history as we move along. Brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. It's time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. The 1-0 from Cease. Amaya pops it up. Foul and out of play. Cease has had very good control. Not only has he had no walks, but he's had very few 3-ball counts.
Yeah, he's, great stuff, great command, and as you pointed out when we talked about in the open about the off-speed pitches and great command of those.
Here comes the 1-1 to Amaya. Line drive, left field. There's a base hit. Solid single to left. Second Cubs hit of the day. Amaya walked his first time. Now Pete Crow Armstrong coming up, and this crowd would like to see Pete get a hold of one.
Amaya's the only guy in the Cubs lineup, and he's hitting 9th that's been on base twice through the first 6 innings. Pete could erase all the issues in the first 6 innings with one swing of the bat.
Fans buzzing a little bit after that single by Amaya. And Pete lines one foul down the right field side. This date in baseball history, August 6, 1952. Now here's an amazing thing. At the age of 47, Satchel Paige became the oldest pitcher in big league history to pitch a complete game shutout. It went 12 innings. That's the amazing thing, as he beat the Tigers 1-0. Here comes the 0-1. A long set by Cease. Pete takes down low in the count 1-1.
Think of pitching a complete game shutout at 47 years old, 12 innings. What year was it, did it say?
1952, and
Wow.
it went 12 innings.
Wow.
That's the amazing thing to me. It said he took a nice long nap after that game.
Yeah. He just got into a bucket of ice, a big one.
Here comes the 1-1 to Pete Crow Armstrong. A long set by Cease. Swing and a miss. 1-2, a high, hard one on the inside corner.
It's like his velocity's getting better as the game's progressing. He's at 77 pitches, 79 pitches in the game, and that might have been his best fastball of the game.
Wind was blowing out earlier, now kind of blowing sideways and in a little bit from right. Crowd wants Pete to get a hold of one. A long set by Cease. And the pitch. Bounces in there, and Amaya's going to run to second base. He is safe. Good base running by Amaya. Maybe being a catcher, Ron, he realized the way the ball bounced off of the Toronto catcher that he'd be able to advance.
Yeah, Cubs got a little break, too. Kirk blocks this ball. Amaya takes off. The ball gets blocked up in the air, and as Kirk's going to go to pick it up and try to barehand it and throw, when the ball hits with all the spin on it, it kind of backs up on him, and he never really does have, a good setting to make a throw, so Amaya takes second.
That's a wild pitch. Tying run in scoring position. Nobody out. PCA waiting at the plate. And he'll take strike 3 call. Pete caught looking. No argument. Out number 1.
Now Cease has thrown a couple really good sliders with 2 strikes to Pete. One inside, and that one was away. A little backdoor slider for strike 3.
Seiya Suzuki, the batter. Seiya has grounded out and struck out. 1-0 Toronto. Cubs looking for their first real clutch hit of the day. Inside, Seiya almost got drilled in the left thigh. Crowd booing, but I can't see any reason why Cease would want to hit a batter right now.
No, you're up 1-0 in the 6th. Nope.
Seiya has grounded to third and struck out. Amaya with about a 10-foot lead down at second base. Dylan Cease ready for his 83rd pitch of the day. And here it comes. It's taken for a strike. Kind of a delayed call by Chris Siegel, and Seiya wants to take another look at that. That's a challenge.
Yep, ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
Yep. It is outside, so it is now 2-0. That's a good challenge.
Yeah, it really is. I thought that has been the pitch Siegel's had problems with, is that fastball away, especially to the right-handed hitter.
The 2-0 from the Toronto right-hander. And Seiya takes inside, 3-0. Michael Busch on deck. Again, the crowd reacting, but the last thing you'd want to do as a pitcher would be to put the go-ahead run on base with an HBP.
Yeah, he's rearing back and trying to throw the ball as hard as he can, and just losing a little bit of command.
The 3-0, a ground ball towards short. Scooping it up is Jimenez, and throwing out Suzuki at first. On the play, Amaya advances to third. But now there are 2 down, and the batter is Michael Busch.
3-0 swing by Suzuki, and it ended up jamming him. Another really good fastball inside by Cease, 97 miles an hour. Games like this, one swing of the bat can change the whole ball game. See if Michael can do that.
He chops it foul off his own foot. The ball squirts into fair territory, but it became a dead ball immediately when it hit him in the foot in the box.
I think that one, he hit right off the top of his spike in that pad. Let's see. Yeah, of course it doesn't hit the pad. Hit him right in the kind of that toe box area of your spikes where there is no guard.
Busch today has popped out to third and struck out. Interesting here, Smith at third is even with the bag. I don't see a bunt in this situation.
I think it goes back to that little check swing or the short roller.
Yeah.
Is where the third baseman have been kind of set to play.
The 0-1. Swinging a foul off to the left. Now it's 0-2. Cease is the ace of this staff. And it's one of those cases, yes, they're a last-place team in their division, but when he's pitching, they're a good team.
Yeah.
Very good team. Hard to beat them.
He is one of the best in baseball.
Now the stretch for the 0-2. Amaya with a huge lead at third. And the pitch on the way to Bush. Strike 3 called. Bush is going to challenge that call. I thought it was inside.
Yeah, it's that same spot in the strike zone on that side of the plate. Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. No.
That one actually is a strike. And the inning is over. Another strikeout for Cease. Cubs don't score. We go to the 7th inning. Toronto 1, Cubs nothing on the score. And the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Toyota's national sales event is here to keep summer going. Get great deals on Toyota's most efficient lineup of hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and electric vehicles. Like the RAV4 hybrid or plug-in hybrid with the power and capability to take you farther. Prius hybrid or plug-in hybrid, offering tech and efficiency for every adventure. Or all-electric BZ with the range to extend your summer play. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
If you're a commercial contractor, you know the game. Service work projects, crew tracking, cash flow, margins, and more. Here's the problem. You're running your business with disjointed systems that just aren't cutting it. If that's the case, I need to tell you about Service Titan, the only end-to-end platform built specifically for service and construction work. From prospecting and bidding to install, maintenance, retrofits, and everything in between, Service Titan gives you the tools you need to thrive. Learn more at ServiceTitan.com. That's ServiceTitan.com.
The Stratotech tee from Viore is one of those shirts you put on once and immediately get why people love it. It's incredibly soft, stretches with you, dries fast, and still looks sharp enough to wear from a workout to the ballpark without missing a beat. It's become my go-to tee for pretty much everything. Head to Viore.com/MLB for 20% off your first purchase. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot.
Federally insured by NCUA.
Right-hander Aaron Civale becomes the new Cubs man on the mound. As this 7th inning is about ready to get underway, Toronto on top 1-0. They are out hitting the Cubs 7-2. But still some time left as we begin inning number 7. Bregman in on the grass at third. Andres Jimenez is the leadoff batter for Toronto. He will show bunt and take a strike. Getting back to some baseball history on this date. Kind of a sad note, Hall of Famer Jack Brickhouse passed away on this date at the age of 82 in 1998. Swinging a base hit to right. Leadoff single by Andres Jimenez. And Toronto with a man on, and the batter now is Miles Straw. Billy Williams made his Cubs debut on this date in 1959. He was 0 for 4, but he did drive in a run as the Cubs beat the Phillies here at Wrigley Field. 1959 on August the 6th.
Wow.
In 1989, the Cubs played an 18-inning game on this date against the Pirates. Here's a bunt attempt, and the bunt attempt is missed for a strike on Miles Straw. Here's one that I found kind of amazing. Brooks Robinson on this date in 1967 hit into his 4th career triple play. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
One guy, 4 of them, and that set a major league record, and I'm pretty sure that still will hold today.
Yeah.
It's rare for a guy to hit into more than 1 triple play in his career, isn't it?
I'm in that category.
But that's only one.
Yeah, I hit into
There's
one.
a bunt toward first, and the throw will go to first base with Horner covering the bag. Bush looked at second, but realized, let's get the sure thing at first. and he fed the ball to Nico. So it's a 3-4 sacrifice. And that's a very big run potentially out at second, as the batter is Okamoto.
Yeah, the way this ball game is going and the way Cease is pitching, you're looking at, 1 run is a big deal is right.
Okamoto 1 for 2 with a walk. 1-0 Toronto here in the 7th.
He is the one guy in this offense that is having a good year.
Swinging a foul back.
They've had a lot of injury issues and just, going to the World Series and just been struggling. But 24 home runs and 70 driven in a last place team. So he is doing his job.
This date in 1986. I remember this one. Very unusual game. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. Fouled away. Texas was playing Baltimore. Ranger infielder Toby Harrah hit a second-inning grand slam. But later on in the 4th inning, both Larry Sheets and Jim Dwyer would both hit grand slams for Baltimore. 3 grand slams in one big league game. That was, and I'm pretty sure still is, a record.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-2. Curveball is low and outside for a ball.
Jim Dwyer worked at my baseball school. He is from the south side of Chicago. Yeah.
Left-handed batter?
Yeah, left-handed hitter. He was an instructor at my baseball school, Swingtown, years ago. Great guy. Great hitting guy. He really knew how to teach hitting.
Goose Gossage notched career save number 300 on this date in 1988. The Goose. Here comes the 1-2. Fly ball, left field, playable for Happ. Back near the track, gloving it, and that's going to be out number 2. Holding at second on the play is Jimenez. It's still a 1-0 lead for Toronto, and the batter is Alejandro Kirk.
Pretty good breaking ball there. Svali gets the off-balance swing, and that ball stays in the park, even though it was hit off the barrel.
2001. Now here's an amazing thing. Greg Maddux set the National League record for consecutive innings without allowing a single walk, as he got to 70 1/3 innings.
Oh, wow.
Not a single walk in 70 innings. Here's the pitch to Kirk, and he hits a line drive, base hit to left. Happ's going to throw to the plate. Here comes the runner. Here comes the throw, and it is not in time. Safe. Great throw by Happ, but a head-first slide by Jimenez allows him to score. The Cubs might challenge the play at home. I'm not sure.
They're going to look at it. He beats the throw ever so slightly, and they're not going to challenge. The only thing would be is if he did not touch home plate. He head-first dive, and that left hand slid over the base right before Amaya got the tag on him. Excellent, as you said, Pat, excellent throw by Happer in deep left center field, and a really nice slide to get in there by Jimenez.
Kirk gets the RBI, his 4th hit of the day. This is 16th run batted in. And now it is 2-0 Toronto, so they've got a little breathing room now. George Springer will take a strike. The sacrifice bunt pays off. Springer hitless in 3 at-bats. Pops it up, right side foul, and out of play.
First out of the inning, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
The Major League record for the most consecutive innings without a base on balls, set by a guy by the name of Bill Fisher back in 1962 with Kansas City. Would you believe 84 1/3 innings without walking a man? Bill Fisher. Now the pitch. Fastball is high and inside. One and two on Springer. Tony Gwynn had his 3,000th hit on this date in 1999 up in Montreal.
Yeah. He died way too young.
Swinging a foul off to the right, out of play. His son is a Padre broadcaster. Does a good job. I listen to them every once in a while.
And a great guy, like his dad.
Yeah.
That gregarious kind of personality. Very nice, very engaging. Yeah, Junior's a great, great guy.
Gwynn had 3,000 on this date in 1999. Now the 1-2 to Springer. That's low and outside. It says here that the first base umpire, Kerwin Danley, was Gwynn's college teammate.
Yep.
And his mom was there. Vendela Gwynn celebrating her 64th birthday. You talk about a special day for the family. It was up at Olympic Stadium in Montreal. Here's a foul off to the right, out of play.
Now, I think Kerwin Danley has been recently retired last few years. Been a long-time umpire in the big leagues.
Good umpire.
He was actually an umpire when I was in the minor leagues, Pat, and then we kind of came to the big leagues together. Yeah.
The night he hit 3,000, Gwynn was 4 for 5. That kind of figures, doesn't it? Here's the 2-2. Ground ball to third, scooped up by Bregman. He'll go the short way to second to get the force, but the Blue Jays get a big run here in the 7th inning. The RBI single by Kirk, and they lead 2-0. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Taylor Wood and B. Franklin, Chicago Stars players, are going to be the guest conductors. Taylor and B, take it away.
All right, Cubs fans, let me hear ya. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I never give back, for it's root for them. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, we're out at the old ball game. Let's get some runs!
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs radio network.
The winning. This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With experience beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with experience beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion and giving his family time to get to safety. Byrna less lethal launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds designed to stop threats. Visit Byrna.com. That's BYRNA, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
In this business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using
XC90, room for everyone, ready for wherever the road takes you.
Now the 1-1. Bregman drives one in the air to left. Pretty well hit. Back goes Schneider near the track. At the wall, makes the catch. Right at the indentation of the wall. As it was to the left of the indentation, had it been a little more toward the alley, it might have left the yard, but not quite.
Yeah, this is one of those balls where the wind now blowing in from right kind of towards the left field foul pole pushes that ball more towards the foul pole and costs Bregman a home run. If it's 10 feet towards center field, it's for sure in the basket, if not in the bleachers.
One away. Here's Ian Happ. And Ian will stroke it foul off to the left out of play.
Bregman was the cleanup hitter. They're sponsored by Chicagoland's appliance leader, Grand Appliance. Get your all-star Frigidaire kitchen at grandappliance.com. Man.
Activity in the Toronto bullpen. Braden Fisher, a right-hander, starts to throw. Happ has flied out and struck out. He takes inside. Even when he's missed the strike zone today, Cease has been very close to the strike zone on virtually every pitch.
Challenge here. Pitch is a strike. Ball strike challenge. Sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
It's some of the best command we've seen from a power pitcher all year long.
No doubt. And command of every pitch. He really has.
Now the 0-2 to Happ. And he'll hit a pop fly off the hands. It's going to be playable for the third baseman Smith in foul territory, running over to make the catch. 2 down.
Yeah, he's still got the good heater. That was a straight fastball, 97 miles an hour, right in under the hands of Ian. And just tough to cover that pitch inside in that location.
Just watching Smith run over from fair territory into foul ground. As Horner bats, 2 down, nobody on. I'm going to ask you if you ever had an unusual thing happen. As you're running, you're looking where the ball is. But the base is right down on the ground in the area where you're running. Did you ever stumble over third base chasing a pop fly?
I never did, and I'll tell you, there are some weird things that you're so accustomed to being there.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
You know, you take your ground balls, you go out there every day, you're over and over and over. You almost have like a sixth sense of where the base is. When you're running, you're like, I know it's right here. It's, you know, and you move around it. Now, I have had some situations that weren't so good in running like that for a pop-up in Oakland in the Coliseum with all that foul territory, running towards the third base dugout and having to run a long way, following the ball, look down at the dugout, look back up, the ball's 10 feet behind me. Didn't even come close to catching it.
Here's the 2-1 to Nico Horner. Interesting, though, you say you get used to it being there. It's almost like a piece of furniture in your living room.
Yeah, you're walking around, you know right where it's at, no doubt. Yeah, it's kind of an odd thing to say unless you experience it. You kind of know where it's at.
2-2 on Horner. Cubs trail 2-0. Nico takes outside, 3-2. The next pitch by Cease will be his 100th of the game, so you know he's getting near the end of his day of work. And that moment can't come soon enough for the Cub hitters. Here's a swing and a foul off to the right. In fact, the Cubs can't wait for him to leave the game. I can't either, to be honest with you.
I'm with you. He has been, this is about as well a pitched game as we have seen from anybody pitching against the Cubs all year.
2-0 Toronto, 7th inning, 2 down, bases empty. The pitch to Nico. Lined foul down the right field line.
Boy, it's almost like he wants to finish this game with a fastball. He shook off twice. The last 2 pitches to Nico, he's shaking off. And that last one, he shook off twice. And he wanted to throw his heater. And it was 97 miles an hour.
He has struck out 9 today with no walks. That tells you pretty much everything you need to know.
He shook off again at least once.
Nico hits a ground ball to third, foul ball. So we'll do it again. Nico thought it might stay fair. He scampered down the first base line.
Yeah, that was close. Went right over the bag or just missed going over the bag. 3 umpires today, not 4, the usual 4, but in this situation with no one on, Backus down the third base line is on the third base line in their normal positioning, and Laz Diaz is down the first base line.
Three and two on Nico Horner. Dylan Cease fires. Fouled away again.
Nico giving him a battle.
Cease still throwing hard, Ron. 98 miles an hour after 100 pitches.
You don't see guys getting into that 103, 104 pitches and their velocity of their fastballs going up.
The 3-2. Horner hits a ground ball to third, scooped up by Smith. Throw to first in time, ends the inning. We go to the 8th inning. It is Toronto 2, Cubs nothing on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Molly and Hom, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
You're on a night.
The ocean moves us, whether that's surfing a wave or taking in an inspiring view. The ocean feeds us. Sustainable seafood practices bring the ocean's bounty to our plates. The ocean teaches us how our everyday choices, big and small, make an impact. The ocean delights us as playful otters restore coastal kelp forests. The ocean connects us. Find your connection at MontereyBayAquarium.org/connects.
Retirement isn't the time to guess. You've worked hard to build your savings. Now learn strategies that can help you protect, grow, and create income from what you've earned. Join us at our local academy, yes, right here near you, for a free educational class focused on retirement strategies. Because confidence in retirement doesn't happen by accident. It starts with a plan. Text TRADE to 210-210 now. Again, text TRADE to 210-210.
Let's clear the air about hybrids with Kia.
I live in Pasadena, so my Kia Telluride Turbo Hybrid has to do a little of everything. School bags, beach chairs, a grocery run I swore would be small. And somehow there's still room when my sister texts, "I'm landing in Burbank, come pick me up." It seats 7, has over 600 miles of range, and makes the 134 feel a little less like a test of character.
Space, range, flexibility. The Kia Telluride Turbo Hybrid is built for the way LA moves. Find your way forward at kia.com. Kia, movement that inspires.
Are you ready to take a swing at base balderdash?
It is time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Right now in the top of the 9th in Milwaukee, the Brewers are leading the Pirates 5-2. Andrew Vaughn with an RBI single for Milwaukee.
Nathan Lucas will lead off this 8th inning, Zach, and swing and miss at the first pitch by Aaron Savelli. What else you got?
Dylan Dingler with a 2-run home run, number 26 on the year for Dingler. Tigers leading the Mariners 3-0 in the bottom of the first.
The 0-1 is inside, 1-1.
And finals on the board, the Angels, a 4-1 winner over the Orioles. Zach Neto with a 3-run shot. Ellie Dela Cruz, one of 4 home runs for Cincinnati today as the Reds beat the A's 6-5.
Here's the 1-1 in there for a called strike to Lucas.
Francisco Lindor with a 3-run home run in his former home as the Mets go to Cleveland and beat the Guardians 13-6. Pat?
Very good, Zach. Thanks for your fine work. Zach's post-game show will follow our ball game. Cubs being out-hit today 9-2. Fly ball right center. Long run for PCA. Gets there and makes the catch. Sometimes he just seems to outrun the baseball. Left-handed center fielder angling back toward the warning track in right center. Made it look easy. But he had a long way to go to get there.
And Pat, the first out is sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
One away. Ernie Clement, the batter. Clement 1 for 3. Lines one into left field, a base hit. Clement had the game-winning homer in Houston yesterday in the 10th inning. Follows it up with a 2-hit day today, and he's at first, and the batter now is Smith.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good day, obviously, yesterday when you hit a home run like that. And then remember the play he made up the middle after moving from third to second Had a great play on Nico Horner to get Nico earlier in the ball game. I think that was the 4th inning.
First pitch is a strike to Josh Smith. Smith defensively playing third base. Here's they swinging a foul right down below us and out of play.
Thought I was going to make the first play of the year. Haven't had one yet. No.
Came back and dove back down. I'm amazed at how few baseballs we get in this booth. We're right behind home plate, slightly off to the third base side. And the 0-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3, good curveball. 2 down in the 8th inning. Toronto on top, 2-0. Out hitting the Cubs 10-2. And the batter now is Davis Schneider.
Yeah, Savali gets on top of that breaking ball and really gets good downward tilt to it. I think we're going to get a pinch hitter here. Pinch hitter for Snyder. I think it's Sanchez is coming into the ball
That's
game.
who it is,
Yeah.
Sanchez.
Yeah. Tommy Hotovy going out to the mound for a little scouting report to tell Savali about Sanchez. Jesus Sanchez, left-handed hitter.
Strikeout a minute ago, brought to you by a very important sponsor.
Yeah.
And if these pages could ever get unstuck, there it is.
There you go.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. 2 down, top of the 8th inning with a man on.
How about Catch of the Game? That's sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Iowa State Fair. It's right around the corner now. August 13th through the 23rd. Catch Fair Spirit and plan your trip to iowastatefair.org.
Jesus Sanchez, the pinch batter. Left-handed hitter. And the pitch by Savali. First pitch missing, maybe a little bit high, ball 1.
I wonder if they'd ever let us do our broadcast one time from the Iowa State Fair.
Via a monitor of some kind?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I'm just wondering. I know, you've not experienced the state fairs anywhere, and I would like for you to experience that.
Well, listening to you, it sounds like it would be an experience I would never forget.
I don't disagree with that.
2-0 on Jesus Sanchez. You meet a lot of nice people, I'm sure of that.
Absolutely.
Plenty of food and beverage.
Yeah. Sign a lot of autographs, too. Yeah.
Might want to take some hand sanitizer. 2 balls and no strikes on Sanchez. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 3-0.
Strongly suggest it.
Well, you've had first-hand knowledge. 2 down, a man at first. Be careful here. It's a 3-0 count on Jesus Sanchez. And pinch hitters, they like to swing on these, and he does. He drives one to deep right center, but it's playable for PCA. He's got it to end the inning. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs need a rally. It's Toronto 2 and the Cubs nothing on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With experience beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with experience beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion and giving his family time to get to safety. Byrna less lethal launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds designed to stop threats. Visit Byrna.com. That's B-Y-R-N-A, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
If you're a commercial contractor, you know the game. Service work projects, crew tracking, cash flow, margins, and more. Here's the problem. You're running your business with disjointed systems that just aren't cutting it. If that's the case, I need to tell you about Service Titan.
That'd be great.
Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and the hoodies, they've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Cubs, the official source for your Chicago Cubs gear. Pat?
Sanchez remains in the game in left field. And a new pitcher in the game for Toronto. This is right-hander Braden Fisher. Dylan Cease, 7 shutout innings of 2-hit ball. That's about the best pitched game we've seen against the Cubs all year long. Conforto, the batter, has a count of 1-1. So the Cubs finally get a chance to face somebody other than Dylan Cease. And here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. We talk about players being traded by a team and then coming back to haunt that team. You could say that about Dylan Cease. The Cubs used to have him as a minor leaguer. The Cubs traded him back in about the year 2017.
That's right.
To the White Sox.
Yeah.
Here comes the 1-2. A little looper toward third. It's going to be caught by Smith. And that's out number 1.
Yeah, for Quintana, if you remember.
Jose Quintana and Eloy Jimenez.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So that was one that definitely turned out much better for the White Sox than it did for the Cubs.
Yeah, Jimenez just couldn't stay healthy at all. Quintana, if you remember the first game Quintana pitched against? We were in Baltimore. He threw a great ball game in Baltimore. I mean, just dominant.
Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, that's right. A dominant game. And then just really didn't throw many more good games for the Cubs. Had his struggles. So that one didn't work out all that well. And Cease, the White Sox traded him. San Diego's traded him now. And you always wonder, a guy with that kind of ability, especially once you establish that you're a really good big league pitcher, how you move around.
Here comes the 1-1 to Dansby Swanson outside. And I'm pretty sure the year was 2017, the year after the Cubs won the World Series. And I'm thinking that Theo Epstein and his staff were trying to get back to the World Series. Here is a foul on the ground right side. And maybe sometimes in those situations, Ron, you're so anxious to improve the team right now that you're not thinking long term.
Well, and I think Cease wasn't close to the big leagues yet.
Right.
I think he was either an A ball or double A, but he wasn't he was a big league prospect and a major prospect, but he wasn't a big league pitcher even close yet. So, and you're right, you've won a World Series. You're there to win right then and there. So you understand the trade.
2-2 on Dansby Swanson. He hits a ground ball wide of third, backhanded by Jimenez. Long throw and a good throw by the shortstop on the outfield grass. And one shortstop robs the other with a fine defensive play. 2 down, and it's up to Miguel Amaya or a pinch batter. I believe Pedro Ramirez is going to bat for Amaya.
Wait, I'll tell you what. Jimenez goes in the hole, backhands this ball, plants that right foot. Talk about a good arm. He threw a bolt across the infield.
2 down. do not have a pitching coach listed on my roster here for, here it is, Pete Walker. Pete Walker went out for a quick scouting report regarding Pedro Ramirez, I'm guessing. 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th inning, Cubs trail 2-0. Braden Fisher's pitch to Pedro is a strike. Now this is a big at-bat because if he gets on, you got a guy with power, Pete Crow Armstrong on deck, who could tie the game with a long ball. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss.
Pretty good curveball by Fisher.
0-2. Pedro tightens the batting gloves. He knows that it is imperative that he get on base somehow in this spot. 2-0 Toronto, bottom of the 8th. And the pitch bounces in there. Another curve.
Oh, took a bite out of Kirk, the catcher. That ball bounced 3 feet in front of home plate.
Now the big right-hander from the stretch brings it again. Swinging a smash foul past first. Cubs need somebody to get on ahead of Pete Crow Armstrong. Pete had the big day yesterday, 2 home runs. Fisher working 1-2 to Pedro Ramirez. Outside 2-2. Should get something to hit here.
I would think so. You definitely don't want to go to 3-2 or to walk and then get to Pete Crow Armstrong.
Strike 3 call. Pedro says, let's challenge that call. It was a high curveball. He thought it was too high.
Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
Just did hit the strike zone for strike 3. Cubs don't score. We go to the 9th inning. Toronto 2, Cubs nothing on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi Harris and Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
When you're betting. Toyota's national sales event is here to keep summer going. Get great deals on Toyota's most efficient lineup of hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and electric vehicles. Like the RAV4 hybrid or plug-in hybrid with the power and capability to take you farther. Prius hybrid or plug-in hybrid, offering tech and efficiency for every adventure. Or all-electric BZ with the range to extend your summer play. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
The ocean moves us, whether that's surfing a wave or taking in an inspiring view. The ocean feeds us. Sustainable seafood practices bring the ocean's bounty to our plates. The ocean teaches us how our everyday choices, big and small, make an impact. The ocean delights us as playful otters restore coastal kelp forests. The ocean connects us. Find your connection at MontereyBayAquarium.org/connects.
Every championship team has a strategy. Shouldn't your retirement? Too many people worry about market swings, inflation, taxes, and whether their savings will last. At our local academy right here in your community, you'll discover strategies to help protect what you've built and create retirement income designed to go the distance. Take control of your retirement future. Text TRADE to 210-210 for a free local class near you. Again, text TRADE to 210-210.
Compact, capable, surprisingly roomy. Always forward with Kia.
My apartment garage in Los Feliz was clearly designed by someone who never had to open it.
Getting set for the top of the 9th here at Wrigley Field. It's a 2-0 lead for the Blue Jays. The 9th inning is sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. Pat?
All right, Zach. We go to the 9th inning. Carson Kelly is the new Cubs catcher. And Aaron Civale still on the mound. 2-0 Blue Jays. First pitch taken high and outside for a ball. Let's see how we did in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Well, I'll be darned. It looks like I was a little closer today, but somebody wrote on the score sheet that Pat, yes, is the winner. Here's a fly ball to right down the line in the corner, long run. It gets past Conforto, bounces up against the wall. It's going to be a leadoff double for Andres Jimenez, who gets his third hit of the game out of the number 9 spot.
Yes, ball just keeps hooking away from Conforto. Ends up bouncing on the track and then up over the basket and right.
But I was fairly close. I guess I was off by about 17 fans today. I guess 39,493.
39,493.
The actual figure 39,476.
Oh, you almost hit it right on the nose.
And the judge, and I think I know who this is,
yeah,
put suspiciously close next to my figure. And I take umbrage at that. I really do. To question my integrity, I was explaining that same thing when I placed that call to the ticket office in the 5th inning.
Yeah, I understand. Very suspicious.
Miles Straw, the batter. What was that? Suspicious?
There you go. Yeah. Folks, Sean Connery has now entered the booth.
Don't want to spend too much. You got to watch your expenses. Here's the 0-1. It's a breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-2.
Toronto looking to bunt here, and Savali threw a couple pitches. Straw shows bunt. Cubs crashing in from first. Michael Bush and Bregman in at third, but was unable to make contact with a bunt.
Check swing. It's going to be strike 3. The ball in the dirt. The ball picked up by Kelly, and he throws to first. Kelly kept an eye on the runner at second. Didn't want him to go to third on the throw to first. Good play by Carson. Holding at second is the runner Jimenez. One away, and the batter is Okamoto.
Yep. Straw thinking that he should have appealed, but he had definitely gone on the swing.
One away, a man at second. 2-0 Toronto. We're in the top of the 9th inning.
That the 8th inning was sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
Okamoto 1 for 3 with a walk. Right-handed hitter swings and misses. And it's 0-2. What do you like here, Ron?
I like the high You go with high fastball once again, something hard, or you can spin something towards the dirt. I like the high fastball against this guy.
The 0-2 breaking ball away. Tried to get him to fish.
Yep. First out in the inning, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Jimenez walking off to his lead at second. And the Cub right-hander Savali is set and brings it. It's taken high, 2-2.
77 Louis Garland now warming for the Blue Jays. 77 Garland now warming.
Luis Varland, the closer for Toronto, starting to throw in their pen. And the 2-2 fouled away. Still 2-2. One down, 9th inning. That might be a big run out at second base.
Cubs down 2-0 in this ball game.
Toronto a single run in the first inning on a disengagement violation. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Okamoto is out number 2. He chased a high, hard one, and it brings up Alejandro Kirk.
Good pitch, little high cutter. Starts out inside, goes over the inside corner. Perfect location. Komodo had a hard time catching up with it.
Toronto out hitting the Cubs today 11-2, leading 2-0. And the pitch on the way is taken high for a ball by Kirk. Kirk 4 singles, the last of which drove in a run in the 7th inning. He scattered them all over. Two went to center, one to right, one to left. Breaking ball just missed.
Yeah, he's only got 140 at bats this year. He has been banged up some. This guy's a good player, though. And you saw that in the World Series last year.
And the runner goes, and the throw to third, and they're going to get him. And now Bregman drops the ball on the slide. Tough play for Bregman. He dove trying to tag the runner sliding in at third. The slide jarred the ball loose. And safe is the call by the umpire, Eric Backus. The Cubs might challenge the call.
They are going to challenge the call. It'll be interesting how this plays out. Bregman jumps over, tags, lands, stops, and then the ball comes out of the glove. So when you consider the play being completed, will determine whether he's safe or out at third base. Kind of an odd play where the guy at second base takes off before the pitch.
Very. Watching it again in slow motion, Bregman dropped the ball when he fell after making the tag. He jumped over the sliding body of Jimenez, and when he landed, Ron, it kind of jarred his whole body, including the glove with the ball in it. And when he landed on the ground, that's when the ball popped free.
So I think they called it safe. They did not say anything that the play was determined to be safe, but it is safe at third base. Greg Counsell was asking what the call was, and I think Laz Diaz's microphone might have went out.
Safe at third. We're going to get a station break here. In fact, we're going to give one right now. 10 for ID. This is The Score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams, Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score on Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Jimenez safe at third. I believe they gave him a stolen base.
Yes, you'll get a stolen base, absolutely.
They count 2-0 on the batter, Kirk. And a pitch on the way inside for ball 3-0.
All challenges and instant replays is sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
Let's see if Civale can come back and get him. 3-0, swinging and fouling back. No real surprise when you think about a guy 4 for 4. Why not give him the green light?
Yeah.
Kirk tightens the batting gloves as he backs away, ready to step back in. Aaron Civale on the mound from the stretch with a runner at third, 2 down, top of the 9th inning. And Toronto leading 2-0. Here's the pitch, fouled away by Kirk. 3-2. What do you like here?
You know, to me, you got to keep mixing up pitches against Kirk, because being a catcher, he's got a good idea of what you're trying to do to him. And just spun him a breaking ball. Maybe you go back to that up and in cutter.
Here's the pitch. Bouncing ball to third. Charging, picking. Bregman throws to first to get him. No runs for Toronto. The Cubs need to rally as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Toronto 2, Cubs nothing on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with experience beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion and giving his family time to get to safety. Byrna less lethal launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds designed to stop threats. Visit Byrna.com. That's Byrna, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
Service Titan is the only fully integrated AI that automates your entire workflow. Born in the trades, built for commercial contractors, ready to stop operating and start automating. Service Titan. AI
4603 for details.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Pat?
Opponents' pitching changes are brought to you by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at Sloan.com. Pete Crow Armstrong will lead off the bottom of the 9th inning. Cubs need a base runner. They trail 2-0. Louis Varland. Actually, he goes by Louis. Louis Varland's first pitch swung on and fouled at the plate by Pete. Please stay tuned for Zach Zaidman's postgame show. Pete takes a strike and the count 0-2.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers today. They've been sponsored by Chicago Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
The Old National Bank Cubs radio postgame show with Zach Zaidman. Coming up soon, the official bank of the Cubs radio network. Let's see if the Cubs can make things interesting here in the bottom of the 9th. As Pete drives one toward right center, that's going to be a base hit. Over to cut it off is the center fielder. It's a long single for Pete. There's a start. I like his discipline run around first. He took a big turn, but realizing we need the tying run to the plate more than they need me at second base.
Yeah, he probably makes it, and he's flying coming around first, but you don't want anything to happen is exactly right. So you gotta have that guy on base to make sure one swing in the back can tie the ball game.
Seiya Suzuki will take outside. That brought the crowd to life.
39,000. They've been ready to cheer. They haven't had much to cheer about today until now.
Tying run at the plate. Seiya swings and misses. The count 1-1. Soon Ron will be naming the Toast of the Game ball player, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. And boy, it's getting loud at Wrigley. The 1-1 to Seiya. Fouled away. 1-2.
How about David Peterson today, Pat? He was Cubs starting pitcher, 5 innings, gave up 1 run, 3 strikeouts in the ball game, and gave the Cubs another great chance to win.
The 1-2 is taken high. Varland can run it up there pretty quickly. That was a 98-mile-an-hour pitch. Many of the fans start to stand. Cubs wrapping up the homestand today. There's a swing and a smash foul off to the right out of play.
And strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Well, he got a fastball up, and that one might have come running in just enough to get off away from the barrel.
The next pitch fouled away by Seiya. Okamoto holding the runner PCA at first. Suzuki facing Varland. Here comes the 2-2. Fouled away again. Seiya tightens up the batting gloves. If he gets on base, if you think it's loud right now, it'll get much louder.
They're having a very good at-bat against Varland. Varland throws very hard.
The set for the 2-2. Low for a ball. 3-2. Now the fans are standing, and it's getting louder. Michael Busch is in the on-deck circle. 2-0 Toronto, bottom of the ninth. Nobody out. PCA at first. And now time called. Suzuki himself calling time. Smith, the third baseman, really guarding the line, trying to cut down on an extra base knock. Now the 3-2. Swinging a fly ball to center. Pretty well hit, but it's playable for Straw. Straw makes the catch, and that's out number one. Hard hit ball, but he caught it maybe 10 feet shy of the warning track, just slightly to the right of straightaway.
Now it'll be up to Michael Busch. Suzuki saw a lot of pitches. That's going to be beneficial, even though for Michael Busch, even though Suzuki's a right-handed hitter, you're at least seeing a lot of pitches out of the hand of Varland. They're talking on the mound, and I'm sure they're talking out scouting report against Michael Busch. But really, Pete Crow Armstrong being at first base, you wouldn't even have to hold him now. You could play behind him, because his run means nothing if you're the first baseman.
Are you surprised they're still holding him?
Yeah, I am. I would play right behind him and then back away and just try to cover more ground.
Busch nothing for 3 today. And the pitch on the way to Michael. Swing and a miss, and he was thinking extra bases with that cut. Toronto 2, Cubs nothing. One away, bottom of the ninth inning. Pete Crow Armstrong, the runner at first, being held on by Okamoto. Louis Varland, big right-hander, brings it. Busch chaps it toward the middle. The shortstop, Jimenez, will throw to first in time. Safe at second is Pete Crow Armstrong, but now the Cubs are down to their last chance.
Ball hit right back through the middle on the second base side of the bag. And not hard enough for a double play, and just hard enough to get past the baseline. So the shortstop has to make the play at first to get Michael Busch. So Pete will be at second base. Cubs still need another base runner to bring the winning run to the plate.
Bregman is the tying run, and he hits it foul out of play. Ron, you were a middle-of-the-order hitter. You had to bat in situations like this. Are you thinking long ball?
Absolutely, 100%. I am looking to catch one out in front, and I'm looking to hit one as far as I can hit it.
Fans are standing all around Wrigley. The 0-1 from Varland. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 0-2. Now what's the approach?
Still the same. I still think you don't want to give in to that. I think if you get a good pitch to hit, you got to put your big swing on.
Cubs down to their last strike. Bregman trying to come through, takes low one away for a ball. One and two on Alex Bregman. Tying run at the plate. 2 down, ninth inning, the 1-2 stretch. And the pitch. Drilled in the air. Deep left field, down the line. That ball is going to be a fair ball. A fair ball. And it's a home run. It's a home run. The ball game is tied.
It's a line drive down the line, and it hits off the video board right down the line. I mean, it couldn't have been fair by a foot at the very most. It hits above the basket. Bregman with a bomb, and the game is tied here in the bottom of the ninth.
Listen to this crowd. Alex Bregman with his biggest homer as a Cub. And now Ian Happ will take a strike. It's a brand new ball game. Tied at 2. Right down the line, we get blocked out by the stands. Here's the 0-1. Happ takes up and in for a ball, 1-1. I couldn't see where it landed, Ron. I was watching the umpire, Backus. He first of all signaled fair and then signaled home run.
I have not seen a replay.
Happ hits a bouncing ball to third, fielded by Smith, and he'll throw to first in time. But the Cubs have tied the game. A dramatic home run by Alex Bregman as we go to the 10th inning. After 9, Cubs 2, Toronto 2. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and All-Star Ron Coomer on 104.3 The Score.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on Us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion and giving his family time to get to safety. Byrna less lethal launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds designed to stop threats. Visit Byrna.com. That's BYRNA, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
Service Titan is the only fully integrated AI that automates your entire workflow. Born in the trades, built for commercial contractors. Details.
Bonus baseball at Wrigley Field as we get set for the top half of the 10th inning between the Cubs and Blue Jays. Game tied at 2. The 10th inning is sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity. Imagine that. Pat?
Game tied at 2 as the 10th inning gets underway. The courtesy runner for Toronto is Alejandro Kirk. The batter is George Springer. The new Cub pitcher is Caleb Thielbar. Ball game tied at 2. Springer 0 for 4. First pitch strike. 0-1 on Springer. Now we understand a new runner in the game at second. Brandon Valenzuela will be the courtesy runner. Fastball is down low in the count 1-1. So that takes Kirk's bat out of the game. Significant because he's had 4 hits today. But Valenzuela is the runner at second and not Kirk. Now the 1-1. Fly ball left center field. Deep but playable for Happ. Tagging at second is Valenzuela. The catch by Happ. The runner goes nowhere. That's as good as a strikeout. 1 down.
Little backdoor hook from Thielbar, and that ball hit pretty well, about a step in front of the track in left center field.
Valenzuela at second, 1 down. Nathan Lucas the batter. In the bottom of the inning, the Cubs will have Horner, Conforto, and Swanson due up. Here's the pitch to Lucas. Lefty to lefty, high and outside, ball 1. Boy, getting that first out and Having the runner still remain at second is huge in these extra inning games. Now the 1-0, and that's going to be just a little bit inside, ball 2.
Number 52, Chase Lee.
Lefty to lefty, Lucas waiting. The pitch by Thielbar is a strike. 2-1.
Good fastball, 94 miles an hour by Thielbar, right at the top of the zone.
The set for the 2-1. It's line. Backhand catch by Bregman at third. Holding at second is Valenzuela. A line drive. Bregman, after his game-tying homer, makes a sparkling defensive play. Backhanded diving catch. Saved a 2-base hit. Nice play.
This is a really good play at third base. That line drive at a third baseman off the left-hander's bat. It's a tough reaction play, and Bregman makes a great one.
2 down, Clement the batter. Clement takes high and away. If Thielbar can get out of this inning without being scored upon, you're going to hear a roar from the crowd. Let's see if he can make that happen. The 1-0 to Clement. It's outside for ball 2. 2-0. Almost get the feeling they're working around Clement after these first 2 pitches. We'll see now if that's the case. You got first base open. Here's the 2-0 on the outside corner for a called strike. 2-1. Thielbar can still throw hard at the age of 39. That was 95 mph. Now the 2-1 from Thielbar. Breaking ball fouled away. What do you like here, Ron?
He was way out in front of that last breaking ball. Barely got a piece of it. You know what, though? I think for Thielbar, I like the high fastball. He has better command of the fastball than any other pitch he throws. I'd elevate the heater and see if he can get a strikeout or a pop-up.
The set for the 2-2. Here it is. Ground ball to second base. Horner's got it. He throws him out. What a job by Caleb Thielbar. Toronto does not score. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning. Cubs 2, Blue Jays 2. This is the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Alex Bregman. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Carpal tunnel syndrome. Heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Toronto with a new pitcher, right-hander Chase Lee. Nico Horner is going to lead off. Ian Happ was supposed to have been the courtesy runner, but I think there's going to be a new man in the game running for him.
Tyrone Taylor now is going to run for Ian Happ.
That's who it is. Tyrone Taylor, one of the newest members of the Chicago Cubs.
How about that?
What is the approach for Nico Horner here, Ron?
You got to try to do your very best to at least get Taylor to third. You're trying to drive the run in. You're going to try to shoot the ball the other way. drive one to right center, but you've got to shoot the ball the other way and get Taylor at least to third when your at bat is over. Toronto's expecting the bunt, Patrick.
Valenzuela now catching. Corner infielders in on the grass. The pitch to Nico is a strike. And Taylor, the runner at second base, he is the potential winning run with nobody out here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Cubs trying to pull off a miraculous win. They were down to their last out in the 9th inning. Here comes the 0-1. Nico swings and misses. He was obviously trying to hit the ball to the right side. And now he has to put it in play. It's 0-2.
Yeah, Lee makes it difficult. He's got that three-quarter sidearm delivery. Tough on the right-hander.
And the pitch to Nico. A little pop fly, shallow right. The second baseman goes out and makes the catch. Clement makes the play at second base, one down.
Nico hit it the other way, but he was fooled by the pitch, and then you just kind of flick at it and you're underneath and hit the little pop-up.
One down. Michael Conforto, the batter. He's going to be walked intentionally. This will put two men on. But, of course, it sets up a potential double play for Toronto. The batter is Dansby Swanson.
But then it takes the left-handed bat with the right arm, side-arming pitcher out, whose run doesn't matter, and now you're going to face two right-handed batters with the side-arming right-handed pitcher.
Swanson in the game, nothing for 3. Game tied at 2, bottom of the 10th inning. And the pitch. Dansby checks and takes outside for ball 1. And it is ruled to have been a swing by first base umpire Laz Diaz.
Yeah, he was right, too. I didn't think so originally. And we saw the replay, and it was a swing.
Lee ready for the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And that makes the count 0-2.
Had sidearm sliders.
2 strikes on Dansby Swanson now. 1 away. Crowd ready to go wild. The set for the 0-2. Here it comes. Way outside. Came right back with a third straight sweeping slider. Might throw another one.
Yeah, I would think so. It's just tough to stay back on that pitch with a side-arming right-hander.
Taylor leads at second. The pitch. It's a wild pitch. Cubs get a break. Runners advance to second and third. The pitch way outside. He tried a fastball and missed. And now the potential winning run is just 90 feet away. The infield in. The outfield has to move in. What's the approach for the batter, Ron?
I think you just got to try to put this ball in play. You get 2 strikes. And now the manager going out there, they're going to change their defensive alignment. I think they're going to bring in the center fielder, and they're going to play with an extra infielder, is what I think they're going to do. They're going to bring out an extra glove. They have an infielder's glove, and they're going to play with a 5th infielder.
Swanson still up there with a count of 2-2. And that's exactly what they're going to do, Ron. As you said, an extra infielder in. So now the outfielders will kind of play right center and left center.
Now, the mentality as the hitter, you've seen all these sweeping breaking balls. He threw one fastball and threw it to the backstop away. This would be, to me, you know you're going to get a slider, or you got to look for that. To me, I would do nothing but try to hit this ball to right field, because then it keeps you back long enough to where if it's a pitch, you're at least back long enough to make good contact.
Swanson trying to drive in the winning run. Fans in a frenzy. Game tied, bottom of the 10th inning with 1 away. Taylor, the runner at third. And the pitch. Dansby swings and misses, strike 3. And that's out number 2. Another breaking ball got him. And now it's up to Carson Kelly.
Yep, another breaking ball. That's the same pitch. And now they're going to go back to a conventional defensive alignment. They switch gloves with the center fielder, and he's going to run back out there. As Straw, does he get credit for playing short center like we do in 16-inch softball? Is that the spot?
All right, now the batter is Carson Kelly. His first at-bat of the game. 2 down, second and third, Ron. What's the approach?
Now, if you're Carson, you know you're going to get some breaking balls. And you know they're going right after you. They don't want the sidearm righty to be facing Vico Armstrong. So you might as well look slider. I would look that sweeping breaking ball and try to do something with that. The best thing for a righty is to try to shoot that ball the other way.
We are ready to go. Runners at second and third. Tie game. Bottom of the 10th inning. First pitch strike. A sidearm slider. Or a sweeper as they call them these days. 0-1.
That ball about one good baseball off the plate away.
Kelly's first at-bat of the day. The pitch. A looper towards center. Leaping catch by the second baseman, Clement. He saves the game. Clement, the second baseman, ran into shallow center, made a leaping backhanded catch. And we're going to go 11 innings at least at Wrigley today. Fine play by Clement. Neither team scores in the 10th. We keep on going. Inning number 11. Right after this, it's a 2-2 game at Wrigley on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs radio network.
Cubs talk on your ride home. Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
From supply lists to shoe shopping to juggling all the schedules, getting ready for back to school isn't exactly magical. Luckily, the Great Clips app kinda is. With just a few taps, you can find a salon near you. Tap check-in when you're ready, and you can get a message when it's your turn. Oh, and the savings? You won't believe them. So when it's time for back-to-school haircuts, tap into the magic of the Great Clips app and make at least some of your stress disappear. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Want to rethink what's possible? How about being an investor? Not just in your future, but in the future. Well, it all starts with Invesco QQQ. For more than 25 years, this single ETF has given investors a direct line to the NASDAQ 100. That's 100 leading innovators behind advances in personal tech, science, and robotics, just to name a few. And you can access it all with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs' risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 Index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Trent Thornton, the new pitcher for the Cubs. Josh Smith at the plate. The runner at second is Ernie Clement. Clement made a fantastic defensive play to end the 10th inning. And now Trent Thornton ready to go to work. Inning number 11. First pitch inside for a ball. Cubs pitching changes. Sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Now the 1-0 pitch on the way. It's a swing and a miss. You could tell the batter Smith was trying to pull the ball.
Yeah, he's going to do everything in his power in this at bat to at least get the runner to third base, Clement.
Most of the field now in hazy sunshine. And the 1-1 from Thornton. Swing and a miss. Boy, could he ever use a strikeout. What pitch could do it, Ron?
Yeah, well, that last breaking ball, it looked like Smith way out in front. He's trying to pull, so it's a tough pitch to stay back on enough to hook the ground ball.
The 1-2 pulled foul on the ground toward first.
Did go with another curveball. Clement took off from second. This ball, Smith barely got a piece of it.
Carson Kelly will be the Cubs pinch runner or courtesy runner to start the bottom of the 11th inning. More about that later. Here comes the 1-2 now from Trent Thornton. Fly ball fouled off to the left, out of play. Did your nervous system ever really get used to a game like this as a player?
You know what? I think these games are easier as a player than they are as a broadcaster. I really do.
I believe that.
I just think you're so into...
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Out number 1.
Yeah, you're so locked in playing at your... doing what you have to do to help your team win that the nerves part of it, you know, it kind of goes away and you're just... There's an adrenaline rush like no other, but it's focused energy as opposed to sitting up here. All we can do is talk about it, and it drives me crazy.
Here's the pitch to the left-handed batter. Bouncer toward the middle. Glove by Swanson. He'll throw to first in time. He was over on the right side of second. Good range by Dansby. That's out number 2. Now the runner does advance to third, but now there are 2 outs in the inning, and the game is still tied at 2.
Boy, and that's why situational hitting so important. If you were able to get the runner to third, that would have scored a run.
Andres Jimenez is 3 for 4, and perhaps because he is 3 for 4, Cubs are going to walk him intentionally and take their chances with the man on deck. And this is Miles Straw, who is 0 for 4.
Yeah, Counts has seen enough of Jimenez spray the ball around and hit bullets, so take your chances with Straw.
Clement, the runner, at third. Jimenez at first. Straw batting. We are in the 11th inning at Wrigley.
Straw did get a sacrifice bunt early in the game.
Fastball strike. 0-1.
The only reason why I bring that up is because he does feel comfortable bunting. Bregman's playing deep at third. You would be bunting for a base hit to try to drive in the run.
The set for the 0-1. Runner at first goes. The pitch taken for a strike. A little surprised to see the runner going there. Would that be a distraction to the hitter, possibly?
Possibly. The thing you want to do, though, is you want to get to second base. 1, to try to score 2 runs, and 2, to eliminate the force at second on a ground ball.
It's 0-2 on Straw. The pitch outside. Tried to get him to chase a big breaking ball. That it landed about a foot outside. Ball game tied at 2. Everyone's standing at Wrigley. And the pitch on the way. Low and outside. Good save by the catcher, Carson Kelly.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That was a fastball that Thornton pulled in the left-handed batter's box, trying to throw it maybe a little too hard. And Kelly to reach out and make a catch right off the dirt.
The stretch for the 2-2. Here it comes. Ground ball to short. Swanson's got it. Throws to first. He's out. What a job by Trent Thornton. No runs for Toronto. We go to the bottom of the 11th. Game tied 2-2. This is the score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Mully and Haw. Mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
For 120 years, Sloan has led the way in innovation, water efficiency, and sustainability, a legacy that has extended to the friendly confines. As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has supported fans with hygienic restroom products at Wrigley Field for over a century. Today, Sloan's bottle fillers provide Cub fans with clean drinking water while helping reduce plastic waste. This season, Sloan continues to redefine what smart restroom design looks like. Learn more at sloan.com and go Cubs go!
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years guaranteed? Now through August 24th, New Xfinity customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Plus, it keeps you protected from online threats. And get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Left-hander Brendan Little is the new pitcher for Toronto. Little actually made his big league debut in a Cub uniform back in 2022. The courtesy runner at second base is Carson Kelly. The batter is Pete Crow Armstrong. Ball game tied at 2. Here we go. Lefty to lefty. Pete takes inside for ball 1. Pete 1 for 4 today. Fans are standing everywhere. Bleachers, lower deck, upper deck.
Pete's saying this ball might have hit him, and they're going to challenge it. But to me, do you really want Pete to not be in the batter's box? He called over the counts that the ball might have grazed him, but I think that's something, that if you had to do it over again, you'd be like, no, that ball didn't hit me. I don't want it to hit me. I want to hit.
Couldn't tell on the first angle.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? He's the hottest hitter.
Yeah,
maybe in baseball. Just go ahead and hit.
You want him swinging.
Yeah, you want him swinging. Not. I think he's going to end up at first base.
Pete Crow Armstrong 1 for 4. Let's see what the final verdict is. They've watched the replay. Hard to see if that ball grazed him or not.
Laz Diaz's microphone is not working, so it did not hit him. So they are not going to put him at first base. I think that's great for the Cubs.
He gets to swing.
Yeah, he's still at the plate. He's the hottest hitter in baseball.
Game tied at 2, bottom of the 11th inning. Lefty to lefty, here we go. And Pete nubs it foul off the end of the bat, 1-1.
I can't believe, to be honest with you, that you're pitching to him. I know it's left on left, but he really is. He's one of the hottest hitters on the planet right now.
Let's see if he can win the game right here, Ron. The 1-1. Pete takes low and away for a ball, 2-1.
Now, the one thing you can do in this situation is tell your pitcher, do not throw him a strike, and see if he'll chase pitches out of the zone.
Kelly leads at second. He's the potential winning run. Now the 2-1 pitch. And Pete swings and misses. 2-2, a sharp breaking ball. It ended up outside. Let's see if Pete can put it in play somewhere now. Seiya Suzuki on deck. Pete Crow Armstrong trying to win this ball game right now.
Needs a hanging breaking ball.
Swinging a little ground ball foul past first. Another off-speed pitch. Still 2-2.
He's not going to see a fastball in the zone in the rest of this at bat. There's no chance. If he is, Little is going to end up in AAA tomorrow.
Outfield deep and straight away. Now the 2-2. From Little. PCA drives it foul off to the left, out of play.
He got a pitch to hit there. That was a slider right in the zone. Fouled it back.
Sanchez in left. Straw in center. Lucas in right.
Lucas playing deep in right. Now I know Kelly's catcher, but he is awfully deep in right field.
And the 2-2. Swinging a bullet, base hit. Kelly around third. He's going to be held. Nope, he's going to try to score. The throw to the plate. He is going to be out at the plate. Out at the plate. It looked like Quentin Berry was trying to hold him at third. Kelly is out at home plate.
This is some play by Valenzuela, the catcher, catching this ball and then coming back and diving and making a great tag on Kelly at the plate. This is some play to short hop pick and then make the tag. And now the Suzuki is going to get intentionally walked here.
Pete Crow Armstrong took second on the throw home. One away in the inning. Ball game tied at 2. Bottom of the 11th inning. So Pete at second. And now Suzuki will be at first after the intentional walk. So the fastest man on the team is the potential winning run. With one away, the batter is Michael Busch.
Now the thing you wonder is if they don't pay a lot of attention to Pete at second, do you take off for third?
Maybe. Well,
right?
How about it?
Yeah.
Lefty to lefty. Busch trying to come through. Pete's running. The pitch low. Throw to third base. It's a wild throw. Pete's going to score. Cubs win the ball game. Cubs win. Pete Crow Armstrong stealing third. The ball bounced off the glove of Smith. It rolled out into left field. Pete Crow Armstrong scores the winning run. What a ball game.
Well, you just knew you got to leave it in Pete's hands at second base. If he thinks he can go. The third baseman does not come off the bag. You have to just catch the baseball, not worry about a tag. If you don't catch the ball, it's over. And he tries to do a little of both. Pete's going to steal the bag anyway, and the Cubs win a ball game. How about that game? Wow.
One of the more remarkable games that we have seen all year long, Ron. The Cubs win this makeup game after they swept the Dodgers. I didn't think that was possible to have more excitement for a game like this, but there was.
It's one heck of a homestand, isn't it? Oh, my. Bruce Levine is down there. We're waiting for him to get somebody. What a play for the Cubs to finish this ball game. That was pretty incredible. And I believe Bruce Levine has the guy that scored the game winner, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Guys, I'm here with Pete Crow Armstrong. And Pete, what a way to win a game. Dylan C. shoves the entire game. You guys hang with it. Talk about this play where you stole third and then scored on the ball getting away. Does that call come from the bench as open to you?
I mean, it's an aggressive bag, but it's open. It's always open. Cease was pretty incredible today with his execution. But you've seen it time and time again with us all year. Like, bullpen comes in, that's kind of where we thrive, and we're never out of this. So,
you guys are playing championship level baseball. I know it's only August, but you have to be thrilled in that room with 26 guys how well you're playing right now.
Yeah, we're absolutely thrilled. I mean, this is a pretty killer homestand. Happy flight. Go take it to him on the road.
Now, you told me you're sick of these interviews, but the good part is that we want to interview you every time because something good is happening, right?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Pete, go enjoy this with your teammates. Have a great road trip. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys, now back to you in the booth.
Nicely done, Bruce. Chicago Cut Steakhouse, by the way, features 100% USDA prime steaks and seafood served overlooking the yachts traveling down the Chicago River. While guests gaze up at one of the world's most iconic skylines, Chicago Cut's expanded bar has become the city's place to be seen, with guests enjoying one of Chicago's extensive, that's not expensive, that's extensive, wine and spirits offerings. Don't forget to check out the secret food menu only offered in the bar. Come experience polished service, a vibrant energy, and exceptional cuisine at Chicago's best steakhouse, Chicago Cut. Cubs win it 3-2. A remarkable ball game at Wrigley. It took 11 innings, and we'll be back with some of the totals and summaries in a moment. This is, and oh, by the way, it's time to fly the W. Fly the W, sponsored by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Chicago Cubs. Pete Crow Armstrong, I believe, gets credit for a steal of third. I'm not sure who the error went, possibly on the throw by the catcher Valenzuela. That's what we're going to go with, E2. Although Smith, the third baseman, got